Yeah, stand by, Tyler. We got a couple of technical issues.
Why? What did we do?
So you got the music. Oh, you got a Rodecaster for your audio source?
Welcome to St. Mary Family Field. It's homecoming, featuring your Gaylord St. Mary Snowbirds and the Bellaire Eagles. I'm Tom Clemenson along with Tyler Blom, and we've got Zach Kennedy here running the show. Welcome to the J&J Construction pregame show. You know, you don't know where to go when you start that process of building or remodeling. You want the best, and that's where J&J Construction comes in. They're going to help you every step of the way, get you into that dream home, trusted by everyone, respected by all. That's J&J Construction, a proud supporter of our Gaylord St. Mary Athletics program. You know, St. Mary coming off a 47-point shutout win against Forest Area in Week 3, keeping their record perfect at 3-0 heading into tonight. The Snowbirds went into that game with several key injuries, which turned out to be an opportunity for head coach Kevin O'Connell to continue player development in a live game scenario.
There's going to come a point in time when we don't know when we're going to need them, either due to penalty, injury, attrition, something along those lines, where, you know, it's easy to, you know, well, the next guy up. Well, there's a huge difference between 1 and 2 and 1 and 3. So next and up. So if we can eliminate that space between 1 and 2, as far as talent level, as far as scheme goes, it's the same. So they have equal reps in individual. They have equal reps in our minimal team sessions. So the reps are there in practice, but you know as well as I do, game reps and practice reps are totally different. So relying on some of those kids to step in is huge for us.
Among the injured, quarterback Nathan O'Connell, a.k.a. Chummy, dressed but did not play, making the way for Joe Jacobson and Eli Switalski to split reps. Both did well enough to open some wrinkles for the offense to perhaps use O'Connell in some different ways.
We can move into receiver because little Joe did an outstanding job Friday night. And he might well just take the helm this week too. We don't know what we're going to do with Chummy yet. But yeah, moving him to receiver, he can play tight end when we could put in our fat boy package with Charlie and stuff like that. So being able to move him around is key for us.
And while Coach O'Connell was non-committal on his offensive personnel, he did share the unveiling of a secret weapon for the opening kick tonight. Sophomore Hudson Catt may not have the traditional position listed on the roster, but Huddy, as he's known among his teammates, has an irreplaceable role.
And we're going to do something special. We're going to get Huddy at the first kickoff.
Okay.
So Huddy's going to kick off, and I told Hebby, I said, you just land on it. We're not going to chase it down. We're not going to do anything, but we just want the kid to get a kickoff, and it might go 2 yards, it might go 8, it might go 22. We don't know. Yeah. But we just want to get that kid to get recognized, and it's a perfect game because Hebby's a great guy. If there's anybody that keeps you grounded and makes you appreciate the blessings you have, it's him. He has a smile on his face regardless. He doesn't have a bad day. He jumps in on the jugs machine. He's a tight end. He's a quarterback. He's a running back. He's all over the place. And he just jumps into practice, and he, you know, equally as much as this team as anybody else. So we want to reward him with a play. But, you know, when he comes out every day and has a smile on his face, how can you not? I mean, you know, like Central Lake film session did not go well. So Monday was a little ugly. So, but Huddy doesn't know any different. Right. So he's out there cracking jokes and having fun, and it just makes things, it makes you Appreciate every gift you have. Yeah. Because he does. Yeah. He is. He keeps everybody loose. It's awesome.
Tonight's special play on homecoming night is an opportunity for his coaches and his teammates to recognize Huddy. And after spending time in preseason with this particular group, you can tell right away how important he is to the Snowbird team. In a moment, we're going to take a look at keys of the game for tonight and a roundup of tonight's other games across the Ski Valley. You're watching the J&J Construction pregame show on Next Level Broadcasting.
Today's game is presented by J&J Construction, Gaylord Seal Coating, Robert T. Westerman, attorney at law. Professional Seamless Gutters. Schultz's Marathon Party Store. Mama Leone's. Raffy's Hibachi and Sushi Bar. The Powerhouse Gym. Gaylord Eye Care Center. Traverse City TVC Cherry Capital Airport. And Sky Media 45. We hope you are enjoying tonight's game.
Back to the J&J Construction pregame show. First month proven to be a struggle for the Bellaire Cardinals, or rather the Bellaire Eagles, but still looking for their first win after falling to undefeated Bear Lake. They fell to Onaway and undefeated Pellston. And in these 3 games, Bellaire has been outscored 162 to 22. And it's easy to point at the defense, but, they've got to limit big plays, Tyler. However, their best hope is probably the run game tonight. I'm thinking, grind out some points, manage the clock, and keep St. Mary's offense off the field. You might remember, I don't know, Tyler, you probably remember watching that top pro quarterback they had in Indianapolis for a long time, right? That Manning guy.
Oh, Eli or Peyton?
Well, the top Manning quarterback, Peyton Manning, of course.
Oh, yeah. I think he's got an arm that might be top 5 of all time.
The thing was that I remember about him, and maybe you see it a little differently, but teams that found success against the Colts when Manning was at his best just did a really good job of ground control and keeping the offense off the field. I mean, that's what I seem to remember as the common denominator whenever a team would go in and beat Indianapolis.
That makes sense. I'm really excited to see what the Eagles are going to do here. Coming from an underdog mentality, we got to watch Forest area compete against the Snowbirds here just a week ago, and I think it's going to be a similar story. So I'm rooting for the underdog. I'm seeing them warm up. There's some hope of kindling, but this is a monstrosity of an opportunity that they've got to hurdle over here with the Snowbirds.
The other thing that I'm thinking about tonight, too, if you're Bellaire, you want to utilize the hard count. You want to vary that count up as much as you can. Just like Central Lake did a couple of weeks ago, and we saw a little bit with Forest area, that hard count's still a bit of a problem for that defensive line for the Gaylord St. Mary Snowbirds.
Yeah, definitely a weakness that's being harped on. I don't know if all of these surrounding teams are watching film and just kind of picking on it a little bit, or if it's just happening all on its own. But like you've said before, Tom, Coach O'Connell does not like stuff like that, and we'll probably see these boys a bit more disciplined in this game tonight.
So for St. Mary, we're looking for them to stay healthy ahead of a couple of road games coming up. They've got Onaway and Pellston in the next 2 weeks. We saw some solid play from several of those role players last week, Tyler, and tonight's another opportunity for them to get some live reps. We're going to see Joe Jacobson and Eli Switalski again in that quarterback position. We'll also see a heavy or at least a healthy dose of Braden Dureski in that running back position. Of course, he opened up the game last week with a touchdown run right off the rip.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, that was your player of the game last week, Dureski, and fitting. I mean, he was running the football into the touchdown a few times.
And like we said, Tyler, it's just a matter of cleaning up those penalties if you're St. Mary, and this should be a good homecoming win for them if they can stay disciplined and just execute. So that's what we're looking forward to tonight. Any other thoughts on this matchup tonight, Tyler?
I think that the Eagles, they need to really strap in because the homecoming essence is in the air. In the stands, there's a buzz. I can tell just from watching the Snowbirds warm up for years that they've got a little bit more pep in their step tonight.
Well, you probably missed the floats and the parade and all the fanfare and hoopla that goes along with a homecoming game. So not only the players, but like you said, the buzz is in the stands. If you get a chance to head down to St. Mary Family Field, come on down and enjoy the game. We've got concessions and a great atmosphere here. A beautiful night tonight as well. We're about 68 degrees and partly cloudy skies. The lights are on in anticipation of this carrying well into the evening. So hope to see you down here. And if not, you can always tune in on nextlevelbroadcasting.net. And, of course, we're also on the Next Level Broadcasting YouTube page as well. We're going to go ahead and step aside for a minute, and then we'll come back and look at the rest of the Ski Valley and get you teed up for this Week 3 matchup between the Gaylord St. Mary Snowbirds and the Bellaire Eagles when the J&J Construction pregame show continues on Next Level Broadcasting.
Hi, I'm Orion. So you might know me for my business, Professional Seamless Gutters, where we specialize in, you guessed it, everything gutters. New installations, replacements, cleaning, leaf guards, rain chains, and much more. But unlike other service providers, when you call Professional Seamless Gutters, you get me, Orion, not some bum intern or call center recording. So when you're contemplating any services regarding your gutters on your home or pole barn, think Professional Seamless Gutters.
We all know northern Michigan winters take a toll on our parking lots and driveways, but Gaylord Seal Coating has you covered. A proud sponsor of local high school athletics, Gaylord Seal Coating specializes in infrared seamless asphalt repair, hot pour crack filling, striping, and more. Need a new snowplow solution this winter? GSC can do that too. Commercial, residential, private roadways, and associations, Gaylord Seal Coating is your answer. Give them a call today at 989-732-5003.
Vision Source and Gaylord Eye Care are proud to be offering their services to local communities across northern Michigan. With locations in Gaylord, Point City, Bellaire, and Sheboygan, they're committed to serving you and providing a trusted source of credentials and expertise. If you're struggling with anything vision related, then don't hesitate to schedule a consultation and meet their friendly and experienced staff for yourself.
Are you interested in building a new home or renovating an existing one? With over 100 years of combined experience, J&J Construction is one of the most reliable and respected general contractors in our service area. J&J is a trusted construction partner valued by architects, subcontractors, financiers, and most of all, their clients. J&J Construction has been completing quality homes and improvement projects that add value to the communities they serve. They bring a passion for innovation and a commitment to quality to every job they do. Call them today.
Welcome back to St. Mary Family Field, where your St. Mary Snowbirds is going to be taking on the visiting Bellaire Eagles just down the road. We're excited to bring you all the action tonight. Tom Clemenson along with Tyler Blom. We've got Zach Kennedy here in the booth keeping us running as well. And we are so happy that you can tune in and join us tonight for homecoming game. And, of course, very special night tonight. We'll talk a little bit more about the special play on opening kickoff. You don't want to miss out. We've got a very special member of the team who's going to be kicking it off for us tonight. And you heard Kevin O'Connell, head coach for the team, talk about how important he is to the team. We're talking about Hudson Catt, and he's going to get his chance tonight to boot one to the Bellaire Eagles visiting tonight. So the coin toss was good, and it ended up Gaylord St. Mary would win the toss and defer, and they'll go ahead and kick it off tonight. So we're going to see the Huddy Special right off the bat tonight, our opening kickoff, a tribute to one of the key players on this team, key members of the team, because he takes care of them in so many different ways. He's that guy that, Tyler, you probably had those guys when you were playing basketball. You've got that one guy in the program who just kind of helps keep everybody on the level. Even when things are bad, you got that one dude who's always bringing some light and levity to the locker room.
Yeah, light and levity, attitude and encouragement. it's priceless, whether it's translated in the game or on the sidelines. You know, the guy that cares the most about his teammates, that's the guy that most of the team loves.
Well, and that's exactly how you describe Huddy, because you know, even for a broadcaster brand new to the program coming into the preseason, you know, some of the guys are kind of like, who's this dude, right? Showing up at our practice preseason, right? Huddy's the first dude to come and give you a big smile and a big hug, and makes you feel like part of the family right off the bat. So I tell you, for me personally, it was a great way to come into a new program and be part of a community. Huddy is just fantastic. So we're going to be able to pay some tribute and respect to his contributions to the team tonight. We've got, of course, lots of action around the Ski Valley Conference tonight. 3-0 Pellston is at 1-2 Central Lake. It's a game where the records may be a little bit deceiving. Central Lake, a solid team, and if they've got both starting running backs tonight, well, they've got a great shot to win this one at home. 2-1 Onaway is at 0-3 Forest Area, a game that really is going to come down to who's available for Forest Area. If they're healthy, they've got a good chance to get their first win of the season. And, of course, 3-0 Inland Lakes is at 0-3 Holton. So far, no signs of the Bulldogs slowing down this season. They are dismantling everybody in their path, so look for them to build on their perfect record and probably another lopsided win tonight. In other action on nextlevelbroadcasting.net tonight, you can catch Elk Rapids as they travel to Sheboygan, Charlevoix hosting Oscoda, and a big test tonight for East Jordan on the road against Glen Lake. And don't miss out tomorrow's matinee special. We've got the Traverse City St. Francis team hosting Grayling. That one's going to kick off at 1 p.m. All those games are available live and on demand on nextlevelbroadcasting.net. And that is going to do it for your J&J Construction pregame show. We're going to kick it off next. Gaylord St. Mary versus Bellaire is just around the corner on Next Level Broadcasting.
Gaylord Seal Coating. Robert T. Westerman, Attorney at Law. Professional Seamless Gutters. Schultz's Marathon Party Store. Mama Leone's. Raffy's Hibachi and Sushi Bar. The Powerhouse Gym. Gaylord Eye Care Center. Traverse City TVC Cherry Capital Airport. And Sky Media 45. We hope you are enjoying tonight's game.
We all know northern Michigan winters take a toll on our parking lots and driveways, but Gaylord Seal Coating has you covered. A proud sponsor of local high school athletics, Gaylord Seal Coating specializes in infrared seamless asphalt repair, hot pour crack filling, striping, and more. Need a new snowplow solution this winter? GSC can do that too. Commercial, residential, private roadways, and associations, Gaylord Seal Coating is your answer. Give them a call today at 989-732-5003.
Hi, it's Kevin Klein from TVC Airport. We're proud to help keep you connected to high school sports in Northern Michigan, so you can stay in the game all season long with TVC, your Northern Michigan connection.
Now's the time to fly from your Northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
Are you interested in building a new home or renovating an existing one? With over 100 years of combined experience, J&J Construction is one of the most reliable and respected general contractors in our service area. J&J is a trusted construction partner valued by architects, subcontractors, financiers, and most of all, their clients. J&J Construction has been completing quality homes and improvement projects that add value to the communities they serve. They bring a passion for innovation and a commitment to quality to every job they do. Call them today.
Vision Source and Gaylord Eye Care are proud to be offering their services to local communities across northern Michigan. With locations in Gaylord, Point City, Bellaire, and Sheboygan, they're committed to serving you and providing a trusted source of credentials and expertise. If you're struggling with anything vision related, then don't hesitate to schedule a consultation and meet their friendly and experienced staff for yourself.
Hi, I'm Orion, but you might know me for my business, Professional Seamless Gutters, where we specialize in, you guessed it, everything gutters. New installations, replacements, cleaning, leaf guards, rain chains, and much more. But unlike other service providers, when you call Professional Seamless Gutters, you get me, Orion, not some bum intern or call center recording. So when you're contemplating any services regarding your gutters on your home or pole barn, think Professional Seamless Gutters.
Now's the time to fly from your northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
Today's game is presented by J&J Construction, Gaylord Seal Coating, Robert T. Westerman, Attorney at Law, Professional Seamless Gutters, Schultz's Marathon Party Store, Mama Leone's, Raffy's Hibachi and Sushi Bar, The Powerhouse Gym, Gaylord Eye Care Center, Traverse City TVC Cherry Capital Airport, and Sky Media 45. We hope you are enjoying tonight's game.
Well, it's time, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to St. Mary Family Field, where your St. Mary Snowbirds getting ready to tee it up and kick it off to the visiting Bellaire Eagles. And homecoming here in the Alpine Village. It's also an opportunity for the team to pay tribute to one of its key members. We're talking about Hudson Catt, who's going to kick off that opening kick. And boy, I'll tell you what, he's been practicing and working hard all week. Tyler, I was talking to Coach O'Connell and some of the other coaches as well, and they are just all fired up for Huddy to get out there and boot one. They said he's been just working his tail off all week leading up to this big game.
Big fat thumbs up for the man, Huddy.
All right, so again, Gaylord St. Mary won the toss, deferred, so that means we're going to be kicking this one off. The St. Mary Snowbirds, of course, in their blue jerseys with the red, white, and blue on there, the white pants, and they are ready to go. We've got the visiting Bellaire Eagles in their black and white uniforms, and of course, a great tradition of football and all sports just across the board down there in Bellaire. Been a little bit down this year, the last couple of years, but this is a team, Tyler, that I expect is probably going to come in here and they're going to put up the best fight they can. And St. Mary better be ready to play some football.
Yes, it's going to be a game worth watching. Lots of energy on both sides, and it's going to be work cut out for the Eagles, and I'm excited to watch that. And I think everybody here is going to be rooting on for the home team.
And here we go, Huddy there, Hudson Catt out there teeing it up, and the fans just giving him his flowers right now, and he's excited, and it's something to see here. Bellaire, of course, the coaches got together, and this is not unexpected for the Eagles, and just a great way to show some sportsmanship on both sides of the ball as Huddy signals he's ready. He gets the whistle, and here we go, the opening kick. That's a pretty darn good boot for Huddy right there. Obviously got it past the 10-yard line where it's down inside the 40. Great way to start the game. Great, just great to see that guy out there. Man, it just really makes this sport come home for you, you know?
Oh, yeah. I mean, he did a great job. All that practice paid off. That went right down the field. I mean, you couldn't really ask for more than that. Great job.
He gave it a good boot, and here we go. We've got, again, just to remind folks, Nathan O'Connell, the starting quarterback, is going to be limited tonight. We're going to see Joe Jacobson and Eli Switalski, a heavy dose of them when the offense comes out. We've got Charlie Cameron back in the lineup tonight. He's got a club on that left hand. Expect him to be fired up and ready to go. He's missed some time, and he's ready to play some football. And they're going to try and run that to his side. A good block to kind of get him out of position. And Bellaire, right off the bat, able to get about 3, maybe 4 on that one.
Tyler Shoemaker with the carry. It was hard to bring him down. I mean, he knocked into one of the Snowbirds' shoulder pads and just bounced off like a bouncy ball.
Nice little run. Yeah, they'll give him 6 yards on that carry. Going to bring up 2nd and 4 here. And this is kind of what we were talking about. We want to see him kind of, if you're Bellaire, you want to really kind of establish that run game, and it's all about possession. Going to go ahead and line it up under center, one back in the backfield. They're going to fake that handoff as the quarterback rolls out to the left. He's going to be tackled for a loss. Really nice play by Braden Dureski to catch him. That was Corporeal Somers.
Yeah, that was a great chase down, great speed in the backfield. I mean, he didn't get very far at all. That was just a great defensive mindset on that play.
So a loss of, maybe they say he got back to the line of scrimmage. It looked like he had about a loss of 1 or 2 on that one. Somers again going to line up under center. He's got 1 behind him. Single back, 1 wide receiver split out wide to the left. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. He gets through the first tackler, maybe back to the line of scrimmage, and not much more. That's Tyler Shoemaker on the carry.
Yep, same thing. I'm liking the connection between the quarterback and the halfback so far. We are early in the game, but they're doing it right.
Just need a little bit more of a seam and give him some room. It was a good job by the line and the linebackers to close in and seal those gaps pretty quick. And again, Bellaire is taking their time here as we are opening up this game, just under 10 minutes.
It is loud down here, Tom.
Yeah, a lot of Go Blue chants out there. Of course, some Wolverine fans tomorrow at noon are going to be saying the same thing in Huskerland. Of course, the Wolverines playing the Children of the Corn, and Somers is going to take this one out wide. Looked like he had that edge, but no go. That was Logan Grenier on that tackle for a loss. He got a hold of that ankle and brought him down, and that's going to bring up 4th and down. I'll check that. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
If Somers would have just had a little bit more time/space, I mean, he found that corner. He just couldn't get out of it quick enough.
Not sure whether he would have got to the first down, but he certainly would have had some positive yardage on that. So St. Mary coming out with their offense, first series of the game. And they're going to be starting out at the 39-yard line. Good position for them on their first series. Jacobson's going to take that from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. He had him open, too. It looked like it was just a little bit too tall for Mark Furman.
Yeah, Jacobson, that pass, I mean, we saw a little bit of that in last week's game where he was just excited to be there type of deal. I think we're going to see the nerves calm down a little bit, and that's going to get a lot more accurate throughout the game, Tom.
You almost want to have him just kind of do a quarterback keeper, get his pads down low and make some contact. That usually settles him down just a little bit. So it's going to be Jacobson again, 2nd and 10 now from the shotgun as he rolls out again to his left. Another pass. That one's going to be intercepted. Bellaire with it, and it's Somers, and he finds some room on the left side. He's got a little bit of grass, makes a man miss, and here he goes. All the way down to the end zone for a touchdown, pick 6. Not exactly the way the St. Mary Snowbirds had this one scripted, but if you're Bellaire, you got to be absolutely thrilled with that. Now we've got a flag on the play, trying to see exactly where that one is and whether it's coming back, but it looked like it was all the way back to the backfield where the defensive play took place.
Yeah, that's exactly what the Eagles wanted and needed to start this game. Underdog mentality, and they just gave themselves a serious shot of that motivation.
So the penalty was an illegal man downfield for the St. Mary's offense. That, of course, declined. The touchdown will stand. Bellaire with the 6-0 lead here with 9:19 to go. The extra point team out on the field. And you got to be pretty happy if you're the Bellaire Eagles with the way that one kind of took place. And, well, again, it's an opportunity for Bellaire to try and take advantage of maybe that's those 2s and 3s a little bit. But it's a good growing opportunity nonetheless.
Yeah, and I don't think that was necessarily going to be common play for Jacobson. I think, again, he was just shaking off some nerves there.
Summers under center. He's got Shoemaker in the backfield. He's going to roll out to his left and immediately brought down by Logan Grenier.
He was all over that
He
play.
read that one perfectly, untouched into the backfield, and no two-point conversion. So we are going to go ahead and step aside for a moment. The score, Bellaire 6, St. Mary nothing. You're listening and watching Next Level Broadcasting.
Now's the time to fly from your Northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport, TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
Welcome back to St. Mary Family Field. Your Bellaire Eagles just scored a 6-point touchdown there and no good on the extra point. St. Mary now going to get the ball back, and we'll see if we can get the offense regrouped, resettled, and get them moving down the field.
I like what I'm seeing here. I like how the Eagles took advantage of that. That's probably how they're going to be getting a lot of their points this game. I mean, just capitalizing on mistakes is a great way to get yourself ahead as an underdog.
Exactly true. And, well, this is an opportunity, too, like we said, a little bit of growth for some of these players who don't necessarily step into those big roles, throughout the regular season. This is an opportunity, again, for some development on that level. That one's going to be picked up and fielded by Cal Royce at the 30. He's got an open seam, one block, and he's gone. There he goes. He's on the 20. 10-5 touchdown. Cal Royce answers back immediately with a beautiful run. Great block to set him up on that left sideline right around about the 35 or 40. Tyler, just nothing but daylight in front of him.
Cal Royce said, anything you can do, I can do better. I just took that ball right to the house.
So St. Mary ties it up on the kickoff, and, well, if you're Bellaire, that's not exactly how you drew that one up. And that's the thing about Royce. He's dangerous. Those seam routes, whether he's on offense running the seam, and now he's lined up in the backfield. Jacobson in the shotgun. Dureski is that up back, and we'll see what they dial up for this. It's going to go to Royce, and he's going to march right into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good. Your Snowbirds recapture the lead 8-6 now. And, boy, Tyler, you better hang on to your hat. This one is turning out to be quite the entertaining game right off the rip.
A slugfest. Lots of offense right off the bat here. This is a fun game to call, Tom.
I'll tell you what, if you know what's good for you, make sure you get down to Gaylord Eye Care Center so your vision is perfect and you don't miss a single play. You want to make sure you catch it all, and the best vision in town, you get it by going down to the Gaylord Eye Care Center. Free consultations are there for you. You can get 4 locations: Gaylord, Boyne City, Sheboygan, Bellaire. Get back into the game with the Gaylord Eye Care Center, the local vision source provider. All Gaylord Eye Care Centers are ready to get you back on top of your game this fall. All right, here we go. So it looks like we're going to have Cal Royce doing the kicking honors at this point. And you know that defense is going to be just chomping at the bit to make a statement now. A lot of pride on that St. Mary sideline, and you know they're not going to want to look back on this one and feel like they left any plays. Summers going to have a little bit of trouble with that line drive kickoff, and Royce, he kicked it to him, and he's already down there. Going to be a couple of 3 or 4 Snowbirds put their hat on Summers and take him down. He's right around the 10-yard line. We'll see where they spot it.
That was like a quarterback on quarterback collision with Joe Jacobson and Summers.
They were racing to see who was going to get to the ball first, and it looked like Royce had him lined up, but Summers snuck out of the way, and Jacobson found himself down there. So here we go with the Eagles now, 1st and 10 at the 12. Now check that, the 14-yard line. It's hard to see here. We got 12 or 14. It's going to be short of the 15. We know that for sure. So here we go. Shoemaker is in the backfield for Bellaire. Let's see what we've got here with the officials. A little conference there at the football. All right, we're going to get it underway now. Summers under center. Going to hand that one off the middle, and that's Shoemaker, and he's just no room for him there as he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage.
Yep, not too many places to go on that drive. Got to hand it to the defensive line, the Snowbirds, seeming rather impenetrable so far.
Yeah, you see Jackson Vernier up there with Charlie Cameron and of course Logan Grenier all up there on that front three, and that is a lot to contend with for any offensive line. So going to be 2nd and about 11 now. Again, Shoemaker is in the backfield. Summers under center, going to hand a little bit of a pitch. Got it with his fingertips. Looked like he had a heck of a time kind of bringing that one in. That pitch was a little bit in front of him. He's going to lose maybe a half a yard on that one. It's going to bring up 3rd and long.
Yeah, very grateful that that wasn't a fumble because, like you said, right on the tip of the fingers, that pitch was.
It's kind of tough too, Tyler, because not only is it in front of him like that, but it's got that end-over-end spin, which it can be tricky. And you've got a defender coming right for you. A lot of things to think about.
Oh, yeah.
So we've got a shotgun here, Summers. He's got Shoemaker in the backfield, 2 wide receivers. Going to put a man in motion. Looking at a jet sweep as he tries to get around, and Gaylord St. Mary sniffed that one out. And they're going to bring him down right around, well, it looks like about the 6 or 7 yard line. So this drive not going anywhere for the Eagles. That's going to bring up 4th and definitely a punting situation.
Yeah, if you guys are enjoying this broadcast, make sure that you show some love, like, and share to other people that might want to watch your favorite player, and subscribe, hit the bell so every Friday night you can get some football from afar.
There you go. We've got some other great action, too, that we'll be kind of checking in periodically just to see how things are going. Elk Rapids and Sheboygan. Charlevoix is hosting as well. We've got we've got East Jordan on the road at Glen Lake. That should be probably the game of the week. And here are the Eagles getting ready to punt this one off to St. Mary, and it's a line drive punt. Looked like the rush was going to get there. It's going to be picked up just inside the 45-yard line, about the 44. And Royce is going to be knocked backwards. Rather, the 34-yard line knocked backwards, so we'll see where they spot that one. It looks like it's going to be 1st and 10 from about the 36 or 37-yard line.
Can you believe, Tom, it's 8-6 with 6 to go in the first?
I mean, this is kind of the game we were thinking it was going to be, at least from the St. Mary's standpoint.
I just love the action-packed nature, and I think it really is the charged atmosphere in the air. I think both these teams are playing with their hearts tonight.
And you love to see it. Jacobson now going to be in the shotgun. He's got Royce behind him. Handoff to Royce, it's dropped, but Jacobson's able to get on that ball. I'm not sure if Royce was aware that he even had it. Kind of just fell off his chest. It was a good handoff. I just don't think he had it. Joe put it right where you want him to put it there, in his stomach.
Yeah, I mean, it fell down with no spin, so that's kudos to Jacobson.
So maybe lost about a half a yard on that one. Going to bring up 2nd and 10. Royce is going to stay in that tailback position. Jacobson in the shotgun here. And again, we'll try that handoff, and this time Royce has got some room. He's going to throw a stiff arm, and he's down the sideline. They're got some pursuit there as they knock him out of bounds right around the 6-yard line. Royce again just showing how elusive he can be and turning on that speed down the sideline.
Yeah, he does it again. He loves running down that sideline. This game twice, a few games ago, a couple of times more. I mean, that's his bread and butter.
Well, and you'll see him too at some point probably tonight run that seam route, and if Jacobson can hit him, it's going to be tough for Bellaire. So that's going to bring up 1st and goal from the 6. Royce staying in the ball game here. Jacobson going to hand it to him. He's looking for some room. Tries to cut it inside. He's picked up and met by a whole bunch of Bellaire Eagles there. Going to be short. There's a flag down at the right off the sideline there, right by the line judge. We'll see what the call is there. Might have been some movement.
Yeah, Cal Royce is, if he keeps this up, he's going to be causing some defensive frustrations and probably some adjustments for the Eagles administration.
All right, so we've got an encroachment call against the Snowbirds, going to move him back and nullify that run by Royce and move him back to about the 11-yard line. So 1st and goal from the 11. So you love what you're seeing so far from the running game. Just off a little bit on the 2 pass plays that they had, so it'll be interesting to see. Get him back to Jacobson in the air and see what they can do with it. He's going to tuck that one. He's looking for the edge. Puts a little move on and gets that corner. Another nice move, and Jacobson is in the end zone. What a beautiful couple of moves. Joe Jacobson showing some skill. Man, got the shimmy shake going down there. The Snowbirds again find the end zone.
You want to talk about a tight spin. I mean, there's like no turf there left from that spin. That was just incredible.
So he had the delay, faked the delay, the give and go, and then a spinorama, and then right back into the end zone. Just a couple of beautiful moves by Joe Jacobson to get that score. Extra point attempt now upcoming for the Snowbirds. We've got the tailback Andrew Rosser in. And he's
Andrew Rosser tries the left side of
not going to get in there, but good to see another number in there. Everybody trying to take part in the action tonight, and that's what it's all about on homecoming. We're going to step aside for a moment. 14-6 is your score. Snowbirds in the lead. You're watching Next Level Broadcasting.
Are you interested in building a new home or renovating an existing one? With over 100 years of combined experience, J&J Construction is one of the most reliable and respected general contractors in our service area. J&J is a trusted construction partner valued by architects, subcontractors, financiers, and most of all, their clients. J&J Construction has been completing quality homes and improvement projects that add value to the communities they serve. They bring a passion for innovation and a commitment to quality to every job they do. Call them today.
Well, welcome back to St. Mary Family Field. Tom Clemenson with Tyler Blom. We've got Zach Kennedy in here taking care of all your technical action behind the scenes. 5:24 in the ball game. Your St. Mary Snowbirds up 14-6. Cal Royce teeing it up, and of course he teed up that last offensive strike. Now getting ready to kick it back off to Bellaire. And it's going to be another line drive kick. Picked up. Summers got a hold of it right around the 10 as he spins it around. Looking for some room. Good pursuit by St. Mary. He gets the seam, and here we go. He's making his run up the sideline down to the 40. One man to beat it. Storeski. Is he going to be able to get there? No, he's going to high step through, and Summers with an incredible play for the Bellaire Eagles. No flags on the field, and what a return for Summers.
I love that. Twice in a row. I mean, that's just something that you're good at that point, and he just ripped up that field. And that's another boost of confidence for the Bellaire Eagles.
So you know the St. Mary's coach is not happy with that coverage on the kick. Might have been an issue of a little bit of over pursuit, and when Summers got that window, that seam, he took full advantage of it, and he's going to tighten up the score now. Bellaire only behind by 2 now as they get ready to go for that extra point. Little bit of a surprise here in the stands as, of course, Bellaire was expected to not necessarily roll over at all, but definitely did not expect to have a tight score like this this far into the game. As Shoemaker is going to take that in, and he's going to tie it up with a two-point conversion. Runs that off the guard there on the right side, and it's good for two. 5:06 with a tie ball game. Who would have thought, Tyler?
Shoemaker and Summers just doing the most, providing a spark. This is fun.
You know, up to that point, though, we've seen really good coverage from St. Mary on that run defense. It's been, it's been the traditional defense offense. They've done really, really well. But special teams is a bit of a problem tonight.
Yeah, a breath of life. Being able to capitalize on something like that, I mean, it's so important. Both sides of the football, whether you're O'Connell looking at it and saying this is something that we need to focus on and button up and further strengthen the Snowbirds down the season as they kind of button up all of the things that they need to. But also the Eagles being able to pick something that the Snowbirds weren't necessarily anticipating and capitalizing on it for something as important as a tie ball game going here at the end of the first quarter.
So Bellaire going to get ready to kick this one off. Royce and Dureski are in the back, deep back for the Snowbirds. Expecting a kind of a squib line drive kick, and that one's going to be fielded and downed immediately. Smart play by the hands team there. That was Calvin Skoronski. Picked that one up and fell down on top of it exactly the way you're taught to do it. And so the St. Mary Snowbirds going to start just inside their territory at the 45-yard line, 1st and 10.
And now we'll see how both teams respond to the drive format. And I'm excited.
What do you expect to see in this offensive drive, Tyler?
I'm thinking that Cal Royce is going to run it up the sideline for another touchdown.
All right, we'll see. We've got Dureski in the backfield now. Looks like Royce is with him. Jacobson's going to take that one. He's looking for some room, got some blockers, takes it up the middle and works his way down. Good for about an 8-yard gain. That's going to bring up 2nd and 2. They'll make that 2nd and 3. Nice carry.
Yeah, it was nice mid-gain, closer towards the first down. That's exactly what you want to see on an opening drive.
So Royce is going to set up in that tailback position. Shotgun going to be handed off to Royce. He makes a man miss, a little bit of a jump step. Steffarm is going to knock another man down, and he makes a big cut, finds some more room, and here we go. The Cal Royce show in full effect as he steps across the end zone. Nice stiff arm, nice cut, little bit of a stutter step, and he got himself down there for the score. Beautiful play by Cal Royce and some great blocking to get him loose to start. And this is, it's big play after big play tonight, Tyler.
Yeah, he's too young for 10,000 hours, but the way he's running that football on that route, it looks like he's had a past life or something in high school football.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, he is and a sophomore at that, right?
Oh, my goodness, so much potential. And you were telling me a couple of games ago, Tom, that he plays baseball, throws a 60-mile-an-hour fastball pitch.
No. He throws an 83-mile-an-hour fastball. He did as a freshman. So Royce is going to come off, and we've got a flag. Looks like maybe delay a game. You're going to say too many men. All right, so we're going to back that one up, a legal substitution on the Snowbirds. Going to back that one up a little bit, so extra point attempt, and right now, 20-14 lead. Yeah, and they're going to keep the 2-point team out there. Of course, we saw Wall out there last week, boot one through the uprights on his only attempt of the year.
We got the white hat signaling for some adjustments here.
Oh, he wants the other hash, so they're going to move that one over. All right, here we go. 2-point conversion upcoming. Jacobson all by himself there at the shotgun. He's going to look to his left side. Looked like he was going to throw it. He's going to make a move. Got a hold of his jersey, though, and he's going to be brought down Got about 4 or 5 yards on that, but not going to be enough. 2-point conversion attempt is no good. So your Snowbirds with a 6-point lead. 4 minutes to go and change here in the first quarter. We're going to step aside. Back with more on Next Level Broadcasting.
Now's the time to fly from your northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
Welcome back to St. Mary Family Field. Your Snowbirds up 2014 over the visiting Bellaire Eagles. Saw a beautiful run by Cal Royce in there for a touchdown. Some great effort, individual effort, some great blocks though to spring him loose to start with, and that's what you love to see. Some big hitters up front for those Snowbirds. But the lead, you know, you'd think with a 6-point lead, you'd feel pretty good right now. But we've seen a quick strike from Bellaire, and they're going to kick that one, a little bit of a squib. And Royce is right there to manhandle that ball carrier and bring him down. And Royce playing angry out there as he gets in there, kicks it off, and follows that boot all the way down there to make the tackle inside the 40-yard line. Bellaire 1st and 10 at about their 38.
Man, oh man. You're right. That was a manhandle tackle there. He's playing like he's impressing somebody in the stands. It's just loud and clear at this point.
It is homecoming, so, you know, big crowd tonight.
Well, he's doing it.
Of course, you know, he's one of those kids, too, that you're going to get his absolute 100% effort every single night. Intense guy at practice as well. So, smart play to keep it out of Summers' hands, but here we go. He's 1st and 10 with his Eagles. Shotgun formation, Shoemaker in the backfield, man in motion. They're going to give it to Shoemaker. He looks to go up the middle, but nowhere to go. Calvin Skoronsky steps in from that linebacker position. Great run blitz, and rather that was, number 7, Cash Weissel gets in there and knocks him down.
There's some good momentum on both sides here.
Some heavy hitting, Tyler.
Yeah, very heavy hitting. I want to see how they're going to answer this. So far, it's been clap back for clap back. And this drive on this field right here, right before we get into the second quarter, I feel like is going to be very determining for the rest of the game.
Well, that's what we've seen. Bellaire's had some trouble getting that offense moving. Summers going to keep it on the quarterback option, and he's going to be smashed in the backfield. Just nowhere to go, and there he is. Big Charlie Cameron comes in and just lays the wood to him. That's going to be a loss of about 3 on that one, bringing up 3rd and long.
He's back. Charlie Cameron, folks. Freight train.
I'll tell you what, man, if I see that kid coming, I'm probably running the other direction.
I don't blame you one bit, Tom.
All right, so it looks like we've got a timeout on the field. Going to be by Bellaire. We're going to go ahead and take a timeout here with your score, 2014. St. Mary on top. You're watching Next Level Broadcasting.
Hi. For my business, Professional Seamless Gutters, where we specialize in, you guessed it, everything gutters. New installations, replacements, cleaning, leaf guards, rain chains, and much more. But unlike other service providers, when you call Professional Seamless Gutters, you get me, Orion, not some bum intern or call center recording. So when you're contemplating any services regarding your gutters on your home or pole barn, think Professional Seamless Gutters.
Welcome back to St. Mary Family Field. Your Snowbirds up 2014. Bellaire with a couple of big special teams plays to get them right there in the game. And, well, St. Mary probably not expecting the explosive quarterback Summers to be quite the threat that he's been tonight. He's run back a couple of special teams plays and really made a statement for these Bellaire Eagles. We've got an I formation now with 3rd and 12. Summers under center. Schumacher is the fullback. Charlie Cameron looking to get into that backfield. It's going to be a pass play, and it's going to fall well long of the receiver initially intended for Aiden Balco, but just couldn't get to that spot. A little bit long, and Summers going to have to get picked up in the backfield as the rush got a hold of him just as he was letting go of that ball. And he looks like he might be shaken up just a little bit.
That would have been a very well-executed completion for a large amount of yards.
Yeah, good coverage by the secondary, though, to stay in front of that receiver and not give him that position. So really, really good coverage. And Summers just kind of shaking up a little bit here. Coaches out there going to check on him and just kind of see how he's going. We're going to go ahead and just let you know that, of course, we've got some Tiger baseball going on out there. They're traveling to Atlanta after dropping 3 to the Cleveland Guardians at Comerica. Rather, they're at Comerica tonight. The Cleveland Guardians, winners of a 3-game sweep against the Tigers and the weekend series with Atlanta in Detroit at Comerica Park. Already, bottom of the 3rd inning, Atlanta up 6-0. Of course, Atlanta has been gangbusters lately. That offense just cranking, and that's kind of what we're seeing. This one may take a couple of moments. We're going to go ahead and step aside for this injury timeout. We appreciate you watching. We'll be back with more action here as we get ready for the second quarter on Next Level Broadcasting.
Today's game is presented by J&J Construction, Gaylord Seal Coating, Robert T. Westerman, Attorney at Law, Professional Seamless Gutters, Schultz's Marathon Party Store, Mama Leone's, Raffy's Hibachi and Sushi Bar, The Powerhouse Gym, Gaylord Eye Care Center, Traverse City TVC Cherry Capital Airport, and Sky Media 45. We hope you are enjoying tonight's game.
Now's the time to fly from your Northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
Vision Source and Gaylord.
Hi, it's Kevin Klein from TVC Airport. We're proud to help keep you connected to high school sports in Northern Michigan, so you can stay in the game all season long with TVC, your Northern Michigan connection.
All right, welcome back to St. Mary Family Field. So starting quarterback is Summers walking off under his own power. Looked like he was just a little bit shaken up on that last play. That's going to force the 4th and long punt situation here. We've got one back deep for St. Mary. It's Cal Royce. And a little bit of a mishandle on that snap. And Shoemaker nowhere to go. Really good coverage there. Grenier is in the middle of that mess. And of course, we've also got Calvin Skoronsky in there too, so that's going to be a major loss there on the snap. So we've got 1st and 10 now for St. Mary in good position here at the 25-yard line.
I can't believe that O'Connell is sat for 2 games after having that explosive eruption. I mean, talk about a deep high school contender.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Well, you know, and I think he's ready to go. He's physically able to play. I think it's just, again, precaution to keep him out. And so Jacobson going to go to the air, and he's got a man wide open in the end zone for a touchdown. Beautiful post route by Mark Furman. Nice pass and catch. And you'll see it. It's just a beautiful play there from, and we got a celebration flag. Of course, the Snow Angels without the snow, and in Michigan high school, they don't want you doing that kind of celebration. So that's going to be a flag after the play for unsportsmanlike, but still a great pass and catch. Jacobson to Furman for 6. And that's what we were hoping to see. And, of course, it's just a matter of kind of getting Jacobson settled down a little bit into a groove, and a really nice route by Furman on that post.
Yeah, that was great hands, and there was a lot of time to run. That was a long catch. I appreciate hands like that. And, you know, there's some excitement in the game. It's like a close score. It's homecoming. I don't blame him one bit for getting a little bit excited about that.
Well, you don't want to do too many of those, though, and it's an extra point opportunity. It's going to back them up 15 on that unsportsmanlike play. And again, you don't want to have another one because, yeah, that could be a problem for you.
After the touchdown, assessed on the conversion try.
All right, so they'll set that one back for the conversion. We'll see what we've got. Jacobson's got the play in the huddle. So they're going to go for two. They've got Cal Royce in the backfield with him. Cash Weissel is set out wide on the left. Jacobson's going to go back. He's looking past. He's going to find... Yeah, right there. It's Weissel, wide open. And it was funny because it looked like he was going to run a post, and then he kind of drifted back to the left, and there he was, wide open for the two-point conversion. Another nice pass, Jacobson to Weissel on that one. So 28-14 your score here with 2:38 to go. And St. Mary seeming to kind of settle things down a little bit as far as kind of taking control of the game, Tyler.
Yeah, it's kind of like choose your flavor at this point. Joe Jacobson just choosing which receivers he wants to reward with a touchdown at this point.
And it was a well-thrown ball. If you go back and look at that play later, you'll see the coverage was there on the underneath and actually over the top as well. So kind of had to go just over and keep it just over that DB and get it into Weissel's hands. A really well-executed pass.
Beautiful. This team, the Snowbirds, is able to run the ball well. They're able to throw the ball well. If they can just patch these special teams, it's going to be really hard for the Eagles to surmount them.
Well, Summers still on the bench, helmet off on the Bellaire sideline. So we've got a different guy back there. It's Brady Aldrich for the Bellaire Eagles, the deep back, and Royce we expect is just going to boot this one, and that's what he does. And we'll see if it stays in bounds. It's going to die right there inside, and he's going to pick it up just across the 10-yard line and brought down. We got a flag on the play, and that's probably the illegal block of some kind given where the flag is at. But it's good field position if you're the St. Mary Snowbirds on that coverage. Kickoff coverage, very important after two big ones for Bellaire.
Yeah, big kudos to the kicker on that one. He put it right in the pocket. I mean, it was about to go out of bounds if it would have bounced once or twice, but it just froze, and it forced the punt returner, the kick returner, to make a decision. And that little split decision there is what caused just the Velcro of the special teams on the Snowbirds.
So that penalty going to be against the receiving team for, it looks like an illegal, no. Oh, check that. It's going to go the other direction. They're going to march this one off St. Mary. Looked like it was going to be an illegal block, but they're going to call that the other way. So it's a 5-yard penalty, spot foul, and that means Bellaire's got it 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. So it looks like Aiden Balco going to be taking the quarterback duties with Summers on the sideline after the last series. Has shaken up and still being attended to. Looks like he's all right. Just might have got the bell rung a little bit. You got to make sure you take an abundance of caution there with those kinds of situations. Shoemaker in the backfield. Balco under center. Big Charlie Cameron looking to get into that backfield. They're going to run it the other side, though. Might have got a yard on that one. We'll see where the spot is. Gaylord does a really nice job, the Snowbirds, as far as stretching those plays out to the sideline.
Yeah, and it just, the lateral play, it forces the Eagles to have to either make it or take it.
So about a 1-yard gain on that, bringing up 2nd and 9. Balco under center, Schumacher in the backfield. And a little bit of a mess, just a little bit of a mess on that handoff. Initially looked like Shoemaker wasn't ready for it. And initially, St. Mary felt like they fell on it, but so far it looks like the signal is going to be Bellaire football. So they're able to recover their own fumble. However, they lost about 4 on that one. Check that. Lost about 3 on that one. So it's going to bring up 3rd and long.
142, 28-14. A lot of good football played, both sides of the ball. I want to see Summers enter the game.
Well, we definitely want to see him healthy. And looks like we've got a timeout for St. Mary. With that timeout, we'll take a timeout. And when we come back, get you ready to go for the last bits of the first quarter coming up on Next Level Broadcasting.
We all know northern Michigan winters take a toll on our parking lots and driveways, but Gaylord Seal Coating has you covered. A proud sponsor of local high school athletics, Gaylord Seal Coating specializes in infrared seamless asphalt repair, hot pour crack filling, striping, and more. Need a new snowplow solution this winter? GSC can do that too. Commercial, residential, private roadways, and associations, Gaylord Seal Coating is your answer. Give them a call today at 989-732-5003.
Welcome back to St. Mary Family Field with 1:31 to go here in the first quarter. Your St. Mary Snowbirds up over the Bellaire Eagles 28-14. 3rd and long upcoming for the Eagles. It was a Snowbird timeout, and got the huddle still on the sideline. Officials probably going to give them a whistle here in a minute. Yeah, and we're looking at a delay of game situation here. You can see the judge has got his hand up, doing the 5 count, and they're going to have to call another timeout. So this is Bellaire. Just a situation where they're probably just trying to match personnel. So 3rd and long, and Bellaire will take a timeout rather than have the delay of game call. That's 3rd and 12 upcoming. So Tyler, any initial thoughts as we're kind of getting into the middle of that first quarter, or first half rather?
Yeah, this is a special ball game. This is a ball game where the Eagles came in as an underdog, and they took 2 special teams plays to the house and caused the Snowbirds to kind of get rocked on their heels a little bit. I mean, I'm sure they were thinking walking into this game that they were well prepared in many areas. I mean, heck, their best player is not playing by choice. So, I mean, this is a great football game to watch right now.
Balco's going to drop back, and the pursuit is there. He's just going to chuck that one out of bounds. We got another player down for the Bellaire Eagles, and it was a backwards pass is what they're going to rule. So an injury timeout here, and the Snowbirds kind of checking on this player here. It's going to be not exactly sure. It looks like he's in some pain, though. We're going to go ahead and step aside, let the coaches check on their guy. We'll be back with more football here on Next Level Broadcasting.
Are you interested in building a new home or renovating an existing one? With over 100 years of combined experience, J&J Construction is one of the most reliable and respected general contractors in our service area. J&J is a trusted construction partner valued by architects, subcontractors, financiers, and most of all, their clients. J&J Construction has been completing quality homes and improvement projects that add value to the communities they serve. They bring a passion for innovation and a commitment to quality to every job they do. Call them today.
All right, welcome back to St. Mary Family Field. And they're just taking care of the player for Bellaire, number 3, Owen Lambert, shaking up on that one. The junior getting some help coming off the field. Looks like he took one in the lower part of his body. Not exactly sure, but coach is handling him, and we'll go ahead and get this one lined up and ready to go. We've got a lateral pass on that last play that went out of bounds. So where the ball went out is where they spot it, bringing up a 4th and 27. Obvious punting situation here. And that's going to be Shoemaker, who's going to go back to punt this one away. Cal Royce, the deep back for St. Mary. So making an adjustment there to his protection is Shoemaker. Tough spot to be in. The rush got home last time and had to kick that one line drive style. See if he gets this one away, and that's a bad snap through the end zone. That's going to be a safety. That is rough stuff for Bellaire. So the safety on the long snap is going to give the Snowbirds 30 now. And a free kick upcoming. Safety's one of those plays, Tyler. It's a bitter pill. You get the points, and then you get the ball right back. Bitter pill for the team that gets scored on with that safety.
Yeah, the Eagles are getting piled on right now. They've got a few players shaken up now in the game. Crucial, with Summer being one of them, first of the injuries. And like you just said, them safeties, it's a little demoralizing. It's doing the opposite of what they started the game with.
Yeah, you're starting to see a little bit of that energy kind of being siphoned off that sideline. Still plenty of football to go, and, you know, it's just a matter of kind of getting back to what got them in there, just looking to try and create some opportunities. Still haven't seen that hard count from Bellaire to test that Snowbird defense. And be looking forward to seeing whether or not they try to use that the next time they have an offensive possession. So for right now, they're going to go ahead and get this one lined up and ready for the free kick. Of course, spotted at the 20-yard line. St. Mary handled the ball cleanly, should have really good field position on this one. Great crowd here tonight in Gaylord. Beautiful evening, scattered clouds. About 66, 67 degrees out there. That one's going to be fielded by Royce just across the 40-yard line, looking for some room, and he's got some. He makes a move to the outside. Probably going to catch him on that one, and they do. A really nice return by Royce. They did a really good job. Bellaire did a nice job covering that one, and it looks like Royce is a little bit shaken up on that one. It was an ankle tackle. It looks like he just might have tweaked it a little bit as he hops off the sidelines under his own power. That's going to bring up really good field position for St. Mary, 1st and 10.
Oh, that was a stinger. He was going real hard all game. He's going to take a break. Hopefully he's okay. Great run.
So spotted on the 18-yard line. Jacobson in the shotgun now. He's got Grenier. Going to take that one up the middle, and he's got room, and there he goes. Logan Grenier finds the end zone, found some room up the middle, cut it back across the left side, and he's all the way in there for the touchdown.
Wow. Touched the ball, found the hole. Couldn't have drawn that up any better. The Snowbirds are executing well.
The big guys got to eat. That's what it comes down to. 36-14 now your score, as Jacobson looks for the 2-point play coming in from the sideline. Royce is a little bit, still a little bit hobbled there on the sideline. Looks like he got it just kind of a stinger, like you said. It looked like maybe on that lower calf, but he's got his lid back on, and you know he's going to have to lose a leg for him to come out of this ball game. That's just the kind of competitor he is. Going to be a handoff again to Grenier, and he bowls his way in there for the 2-point conversion. That's another guy you don't want to have to find one-on-one with him coming a full head of steam, because he is not going to slow down for you. 38-14 now your score. 1:09 to go in the quarter. We'll be stepping aside and bringing you the kickoff next on Next Level Broadcasting.
Vision Source and Gaylord Eye Care are proud to be offering their services to local communities across northern Michigan. With locations in Gaylord, Point City, Bellaire, and Sheboygan, they're committed to serving you and providing a trusted source of credentials and expertise. If you're struggling with anything vision related, Then don't hesitate to schedule a consultation and meet their friendly and experienced staff for yourself.
Welcome back to St. Mary Family Field, where we've got the Snowbirds up 38-14 here with 1:09 to go in the quarter. Logan Grenier in there for the touchdown and the extra point conversion good. Royce is going to pop that one off. Going to hit inside the 30-yard line, mishandled and taken out of bounds by Bellaire. Just across almost to that 20-yard line. They're going to spot that one at about the 18. So that's where the Eagles will start 1st and 10 from their 18.
The Snowbirds are making a statement. They're playing as if they're making a statement. And the Eagles have an opportunity on this drive to make up some of that energy that they were playing to begin with. And that's what they're going to need as this first quarter is bleeding through.
Aiden Balco again taking over the quarterback duties. Summers knocked out of that game a couple of series ago, and he's still on the sideline. Don't expect we'll probably see him. Again, an overabundance of caution when you're dealing with those kinds of injuries. A little bit of a miscue on the handoff. Schumacher tries to spin out of that one, and that's not going to happen. Shoemaker, rather. Tries that right side, just no room to go at all. Going to be a loss of a couple on that one.
He definitely tried. That was a nice spin, just a little too late.
Looked like there might have been another miscue on sort of the positioning and the handoff there, which, you know, that extra second or two, that extra beat sometimes can be the difference of whether or not that hole is open and stays open for you.
Oh, yeah. And we'll see that, too. You get 2-3 injuries on the field, then your lineup start getting a little unfamiliar. You get into some unpracticed territory, and you're going to have some glitches in with that.
So Shoemaker in the backfield again. That's Balco under center. He's going to keep it. He's got a little bit of room, shakes through that first tackle. He gets through and gets it back across the original line of scrimmage and some. So at least some positive yards for him. You got to feel pretty good about that. That's going to bring up 3rd and probably 6. Well, and that's going to do it for your first quarter. Your score, 38 for Gaylord St. Mary, 14 for the visiting Eagles. We're going to step aside for a little break. Back with more on Next Level Broadcasting.
Hi, I'm Orion, but you might know me for my business, Professional Seamless Gutters, where we specialize in, you guessed it, everything gutters. New installations, replacements, cleaning, leaf guards, rain chains, and much more. But unlike other service providers, when you call Professional Seamless Gutters, you get me, Orion, not some bum intern or call center recording. So when you're contemplating any services regarding your gutters on your home or pole barn, think Professional Seamless Gutters.
It is homecoming night at St. Mary Family Field, and the Bellaire Eagles cheerleaders and fans are getting in on the action as well on the sideline. You just love to see it. Not going that well for the football team, but nonetheless a good spirit, a good community spirit, and of course good sportsmanship on both sides tonight. We love to see that. Second quarter now underway with your Snowbirds up 38-14. The Eagles have it 3rd and about 4. Make that 3rd and 6. Balco's got it. It's shotgun and mishandles the snap on that one and falls down on it for a loss. Looks like they've got him right around the 10-yard line. They're going to call a timeout here. So far an official timeout as they check the spot. And we've got offside on St. Mary, which is going to negate that loss.
side on the Snowbirds.
So a lucky break for the Bellaire Eagles on that one, and not sure if it was a hard count exactly. Again, it didn't look like Balco was ready for that snap either, so they're going to pick up enough yards to get them, looks like third and about 1. It's a whole lot better than a 4th and forever. Backed up against your end zone like that. Of course, the last one that snap went in for a safety. So they get that room back now, 11:49 here in the half. 1 yard to go for the line to gain. Balco from the shotgun. He's got Shoemaker in the backfield with him. Man in motion. And the snap again, mishandled, and Cal Royce is right there to tackle him, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Looked like it might have got a piece of the motion receiver there, Tyler.
Yeah, there's some clear frustration going on with number 4 on the Eagles. I mean, this is just something that they want with their heart, but they can't connect with their action.
It's just like you said, those little miscues, and sometimes that's a result of having some guys in positions they're not accustomed to, perhaps. That's going to bring up 4th and 8 now. Shoemaker going to kick this one away. And Royce is deep back for the St. Mary Snowbirds. Good to see him back out on the field. Seems to be no worse for wear as that one is kicked away. A line drive, end over end, and Royce is going to let that bounce. Pick it up on the roll inside the 40 as he circles back around. He's looking for that right sideline. Going to weave his way through, back to the middle, and he's got nothing but room to run. And off he goes. A nice block, but it looks like maybe... and he got into the end zone, but this one's probably going to come back. A little bit of a vicious hit there. Didn't see who it was, Tyler, that got tangled up with that.
Yeah, these kids are getting hurt out here. The Snowbirds are fired up, and it's just one of those things where Cal Royce just had a beautiful move. I mean, it's almost like fluidity in motion. He just saw the field 20 yards in front of everybody else. It was slow motion for him. He picked the route that he saw, kind of like Tiger Woods does with Tiger Vision on putts. And unfortunately, this is probably going to get called back, and there's another Eagle down here on the field, everybody on their knees. Tom.
Yeah, and that's a result of the flag. There's a result of that play as well. It looked like he was trying to get in position to make a play on Royce as he was coming back, and he turned, and as he turned into a St. Mary player. I didn't catch the number and just got leveled.
Yeah, you hate to see it. I mean, this is what you sign up for when you play football, but you do hate to see so many players going down. I mean, nobody wants to see some suffering.
And I think the argument that the coaches are making here for St. Mary is that, it was a football play.
Yeah, I mean, if it's a legitimate block, I don't think that there should be any penalty for that. I mean, that's football.
So let's see. Well, the player is up, and that's always a good sign. Little shaky, but he's up. That's Owen Lambert.
Snowbirds will march that ball back to the 48-yard line. They'll have it 1st and 10 from there.
So it's going to be basically from the spot of the spot where the ball was at the time of the foul. So that'll get it back to the 48-yard line, 1st and 10. 10:33 to go here in the half. St. Mary just kind of on cruise control right now. And they've seen big plays from a number of guys out there tonight. Of course, Cal Royce, making a big imprint on this game. Jacobson having another nice game despite the interception. Connected for some really nice passes, including a touchdown. Logan Greenier also accounting in there for the scoring as well.
Yeah, it's been diverse. I mean, they have so many weapons, and seeing them on full display. I mean, we're not even seeing all of the weapons. It's just some of the weapons, and they're being showcased well.
Dureski now set up in the backfield with Jacobson in the shotgun. A little bit of a mishandle on that snap, and there he goes. Looks like a home run shot. Off he goes to the races. That is just a beautiful run by Braden Dureski. Had a mountain of a hole to get through that first level of contact. He got all the way through it and then put a couple of nice moves on his way to the end zone and scores 44-14. St. Mary pouring it on here with 10:23 to go in the half.
You just can't stop this kind of momentum the Snowbirds are playing with.
It starts up front, though, Tyler. We're seeing some massive holes and sealing the edge as well. They're doing a great job with those guards and tight ends, sealing the edge for some of those end runs and just some big, big holes to run through in the middle. And it's going to be Dureski finishing what he started.
That is an exclamation point. What a drive. It didn't even matter. It doesn't even matter with the Snowbirds team tonight. I mean, 2 of their scores get called back, just beautiful plays, and then they just come right over the top with the next play, and it's successful. This is just amazing.
And that's Gaylord St. Mary trying to seal the deal before we even get to halftime. And you know, if you grow up in Michigan, you know you've grown up with cracked roads, parking lot pavement that's got just potholes the size of manhole covers out there. And of course, you know, you need to have that sealed up, protect your driveway, parking lot, or other surfaces when they need an overhaul. Check out the pros at Gaylord Seal Coating. That's Gaylord Seal Coating. They've got you covered. And just a quick check-in, the Tigers hosting the Braves tonight at Comerica Park, bottom of the 5th, 2 outs, and Atlanta with the 6-1 lead. So the Tigers finally on the board. They've not had a lot of good run support there for Detroit as Royce kicks this one off. It's going to bounce to the 20, picked up and bobbled a little bit as he tries to take it up the sideline. Steps out of bounds, though. That's Brady Aldrich on the return.
Aldrich
got a couple of yards on that one.
Yeah, this game, I mean, the kickoff special teams, again, I mean, Who is the kicker right now, Tom, for the Snowbirds?
That's Cal Royce.
Cal Royce is putting that football right where it needs to be, so there's a decision to make. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, he puts that backspin on it, and it hits the turf and just dies.
It's perfect. That's a perfect kick.
I tell you, it's living dangerous, too, when you kick for the sideline like he does, but he's got it down to a science. That ball will just kind of hit maybe 3 yards in from the sideline and just die right there. So Bellaire now with 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line. Balco under center, finds Shoemaker, who gets a little bit of room, tries that left side. Going to be tackled as he gets across the 30-yard line.
Ooh, I can tell Shoemaker does not like seeing his teammate continue to just rack up all of this aggression, and he's starting to fight back. You can tell in his energy. He's really trying to win this ball game with his team.
Good hard running, tough hard run there for Shoemaker. 2nd and 8 now for the Eagles. Bellaire trying to get that ground game going. Going to be a quarterback keeper. Balco's going to try and get ahead for about a yard or 2. Just went in behind his center there, and Charlie Cameron, one of the guys back there.
Up the middle.
Looks like the Snowbirds are celebrating a safety right now.
Yeah, I think the whistle was already blown. They're going to probably call that one dead.
Lucas Grenier on the play.
There's about 5 football players that were convinced.
Yeah, that was Lucas Grenier, you know, and he's one of those guys, you see him on the interior of the line, and he's always in there doing the hard work, the dirty work, and thought he had himself a score, but going to bring that one back. So 3rd and 6 now for Bellaire. Balco under center with Shoemaker in the backfield again. He's going to hand that one to Shoemaker. He tries to go up the middle, nowhere to go. Stringing it out to the sideline. He might have got 1 or 2 on that one, but it's going to be well short of what he needs for that line to gain.
Look at the tenacity by Shoemaker. He's just stretching out. I mean, that's dangerous to do. That is a dangerous thing to do, and he's doing it. He wants to win.
Well, and those linebackers doing a good job for St. Mary, stepping up and helping string that play along. They're not giving much away at all.
Yeah, very equal force. What is that, Tom? Unmovable force meets unstoppable object?
Something along those lines. I feel like I got Sun Tzu calling the game here with me. All right, punt ready to go here. It's going to be a line drive, a little bit of a bouncer. Royce is going to field it. 40-yard line up to the 50. He's got a seam. He's going to lower his shoulder as he gets across the 40-yard line. We got another player down in a collision along the sideline. 2 flags. Didn't catch that play. One of the players with his helmet off for Bellaire. Again, didn't see that. That's the thing with special teams. It tends to be a little bit chaotic sometimes.
Boy, I tell you what, I hope that we've got some type of ambulatory services for this game. This is the 5th Eagle to go down tonight.
So we've got the coaching staffs. A little bit of a mix-up here. Coaching staff having some words back and forth, and hopefully they're going to get this thing straightened out. Again, didn't catch the play. We got a flag, though. They're going to call a personal foul on St. Mary, which is going to move that ball back to about the 39-yard line.
It's a tough line, Tom, because when you're on the practice field and you're a coach and you're trying to teach these kids how to play football, you know, there's a lot of teaching of aggression and, you know, the right way to hit, and you're just basically installing a work ethic on the football field. And when it's translated into a high school age situation, you know, it sometimes might get out of hand, especially on a night like homecoming where there's a lot of eyeballs out there watching. You know, you've got some adrenaline pumping, which is what you need to win football games. Is 42 stands up, hallelujah. And I don't blame the coach at all for kind of giving a warning out here, trying to protect his guys.
And so that's Eduardo Calderon as he's able to get up and walk off under his own power. And again, the Bellaire coaches not happy with the play, and they let the Gaylord coaches know, St. Mary coaches know how they felt about that one. So hopefully we'll get this one back under wraps and keep it clean, boys. 8:17 to go here in the half. 46-14, your score. Offense coming out with 1st and 10 from the 39.
Interesting game, 46-14. It doesn't feel like that. It feels a little bit closer. I just really want to see these Eagles pull it together. I think there's a lot of heart left in them.
Well, there's definitely a lot left in them, and, you know, they're not particularly happy about how they feel the game is going so far, and lots of things to get motivated about. Let's just keep it positive and keep moving in the right direction here. I'd love to see Bellaire get things going.
Number 55 checks into the game here on the outside line.
So here we go. We've got the flags taken care of, the penalties marched off, and Joe Jacobson in the shotgun. Dureski in the backfield. It's going to be a handoff. He's got some room up the middle. He's going to be tackled after about a 1-yard gain, and we've got another flag.
It's over the 40-yard.
Yeah, that's a retaliation tackle there. And a little bit of tit for tat. I think the refs are just trying to break that up and just kind of make sure that the ball game remains in their control.
Yeah, you know, emotions definitely run high. We'll see which way they're going to march this one off. I didn't catch the play, Tyler. I was watching the run and missed the shenanigans in the back. So we'll see how they're marking this one. Looks like it's going to be against St. Mary again. It's going to be a holding call.
Holding on the Snowbirds.
Well, that's a lot of yardage to make up here, but the thing about the Snowbirds is it's almost like they don't care. They've got so many offensive weapons, they just can kind of pick one and get the yards back.
So 1st and 19 now from their own 30-yard line. Dureski in the backfield, Jacobson in the shotgun. And Jacobson's going to keep this one as he tries that right side. Tried to pick up a block there, wasn't able to get it.
Around the right side.
It looked for a minute like Cooper McKinley was going to be able to seal that edge and help him get a little bit of room, but wasn't able to make that block. Picked up about 5 yards on that one. Going to bring up 2nd and about 14.
Number 55 of that tackle is a great tackle. That's Brennan Carr.
Jacobson again in the shotgun. He's got Dureski in the backfield with him. And it's going to be a carry. Dureski tries to go up the middle, and Bellaire all over that one.
Look at this defense, Tom. This is beautiful.
They are definitely stout. They are definitely trying to answer the bell here. All the credit to the Eagles with a nice stand here on 2 consecutive run plays. You know, we've seen some massive holes the previous couple series, and Bellaire's not having it. 3rd and 15 now coming up.
Boy, Tom, we got some busy stands out here for the homecoming game. Beautiful night for football. There's balloons flying in the stands. There's people running up and down.
Yeah. Yeah, it is a packed house. It's good to see the alum and the folks all out here to enjoy a nice evening for football. 3rd and 15, Jacobson in the shotgun. He's going to drop back, play action pass. He's got a man open, wide open. Couldn't quite get himself under that one. What a beautiful play.
Jacobson's pass
Might have been a little long. Mark Furman was his intended receiver, and it looked like it was just out of his reach. Kind of lost track of that ball a little bit and not able to adjust in time. That's going to bring up 4th and 15. And I'd imagine they're probably just going to punt this one away. Royce does he does a lot of stuff for the St. Mary team. He's like a Swiss Army knife out there.
A sharp one at that.
For sure. Kickoff duties, you catch him as a wide receiver, and that snap is way over his head. He's going to pick it up, look for some room to run it, and just kind of limit the damage there. Not happy at all. That's Royce, very competitive, and of course that snap over his head. And he does eliminate, or mitigate some of that damage with 6:15 to go here. Bellaire going to get good field position here.
Yeah, your brain kind of draws a blank when something unexpected happens like that. When you're in punt mode and then you all of a sudden you got to go into recovery run mode, sometimes it just doesn't click fast enough. And I think if it would have clicked a little bit faster, he's got the wheels. He probably could have made something on that little diversion play.
Yeah, it's, I don't know if he plays any center field, but that would have been probably a little too deep for him there. That would have been a warning track ball for sure. Oh, man. And he is still hot. That's one of those things, too. You got to learn to shake things off a little bit when you
Timeout, Bellaire.
when you have those. Take the hockey goalie mentality. So we've got a timeout by Bellaire with 6:15 to go here. We're going to step aside for a moment, pay some bills. Back with more on Next Level Broadcasting.
Now, Downtown Cherry Capital Airport, TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
Welcome back to St. Mary Family Field, where your Snowbirds are up 46-14. Coming out of a Bellaire timeout here. Got about 6:15 to go here before the half, and this game initially really tight. But Bellaire has, or rather, St. Mary has come ahead and scored 32 unanswered points. Bellaire now 1st and 10. Balco under center. He's got Shoemaker. Handoff to Shoemaker, but no room to run at all as he's immediately met and tackled by Jackson Vernier.
Yep, that's, it's not the worst thing to happen. I think if they can find some holes, Shoemaker's the guy to go to right now. He's the one that's going to make it happen.
They just, the blocking isn't quite there. St. Mary's doing a really good job getting into the backfield and disrupting that offense. Several tackles for a loss tonight. And you got to get that run game going to have any shot at a play action pass. 2nd and 11 now. Shoemaker again in the backfield. And immediately there he is. There he is. He's in the backfield again, and this time he's going to get the sack. That's Jackson Vernier.
That'll score brownie points with your defensive coordinator right there, back to back.
Just no answer from Bellaire on Vernier. It's one of those situations you were talking about earlier is a pick your poison. And it looks like Balco's coming off, holding his arm there. So we're up to the third string quarterback here now for Bellaire. And it looks like Brady Aldrich is perhaps, or maybe Owen Lambert. We're going to do the quarterback duties here. But yeah, pick your poison. You got Charlie Cameron up there, and of course, Grenier in the set, in the middle of that defensive line. Just tough stuff. So it's going to be a quarterback keeper straight up the middle.
Aldrich on the carry.
Just a push play that meets a brick wall. I mean, they're trying. I've got to hand it to the Eagles. They're not taking no for an answer, but the Snowbirds' no is bigger than their no.
It's going to be about 4th and probably 16. Punting situation normally, I don't know. I mean, the field position, I don't know that you gain anything by trying to punt it away, and it's going to be Brady Aldrich taking the quarterback duties here as comes in from the sideline.
You got to like the momentum that you're angling to go into the halftime hallway if you are the St. Mary Snowbirds. Charlie Cameron and Vernier down there just getting ready for it.
Well, they've certainly stabilized after that, after trailing at one point. It's going to be a keeper. Aldrich trying that left side. He's going to be brought down.
Dragged down by Royce.
Cal Royce stepping in from that linebacker position and limiting that carry there.
The turnover on downs, and St. Mary will have it 1st and 10.
Cal Royce is putting up a very, very good showing for the player of the game today. We'll see if he continues this gameplay or if we have anybody else bust out of the woodwork here, Tom. But so far, I mean, like you said, he is a jackknife. He is doing all the trades out here.
Yeah, definitely making his presence felt in all 3 phases of the game here as St. Mary takes over on downs. 1st and 10 from the 25. Jacobson in the shotgun. He's got Dureski lined up in there with him. Going to keep it himself as he looks for some room, and he's got the sideline. There he goes. Joe Jacobson. One man's got the angle. He's going to make a move. Might catch him from behind. Initially made the move on Aldrich, but Aldrich did not give up on the play. He had the angle. And initially, it looked like Jacobson was going to get by with a little shimmy shake, and Aldrich didn't bite. He stuck with the play and made the tackle. Otherwise, Joe Jacobson was looking at taking a house call here.
Yeah, that was a beautiful run. I mean, effortless almost. I mean, I'm just kind of glad that the Eagles got to him.
Yeah, I mean, I get you. I get what you're saying, Tyler. I understand. 3 minutes to go here in the half. Shotgun, Jacobson, a little bit tall, but he handles it, brings it in. Dureski's going to be tackled in the backfield for a loss of about 2 or 3 on that one.
Stuffed in there by Shoemaker.
I'm just really impressed with both football teams right now. As oh my goodness, we have another Eagle down on the play here. Both of them are still playing to the whistle. Both of them still want to win the game. I mean, there's no give up in the Eagles, and there surely isn't any let up in the Snowbirds.
Yeah, he's walking that one off. Looks like he's just trying to shake it off. That's Tyler Mosher for Bellaire. And they'll bring him off for a play as he tries to walk that one off. Couldn't tell if it was just a stinger on that leg or.
That is the 6th Eagle to get shaken up here. And we are 2 minutes into halftime. I can only imagine the lineup of the concession stand on a night like this, Tom.
I mean, somebody's bringing it home tonight, right? Jacobson now, 2nd and 10. He's going to keep this one. Another big hole as he takes it down that left side. Makes one man miss, breaks another tackle. Finally going to be thrown out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. And we've got a flag on the play, and this is probably going to be for extracurriculars. Coming in from that head official.
Yeah, they're doing their best to try and keep this game within the parameters of control because the tension is high. I mean, I'm not down there on that field, but I'm looking at Derek down there with that camera, and I can only imagine what kind of facial expressions he's capturing.
Personal foul going to be called against Bellaire on this one, and again, probably some extracurriculars there after the play went out of bounds. So that's going to be 1st and goal now for St. Mary. Got it about the 8-yard line. Dureski in the backfield. Jacobson's in the shotgun. Heavy dose of run here as he takes that high snap. He's going to be brought down in the backfield. Well covered there by Bellaire.
Tries the right side, Landon Schroeder.
Yeah, that was
Schroeder got in there and just broke that play all up. He's a menace.
From about the 15.
Amen, Tom. I got to give it to the Eagles. They're not going away. They're stopping a lot of these plays by the Snowbirds that, you know, if any other circumstance, it seems like they're runaway touchdowns. So good on the defense for not giving up and still keeping them in this game.
So 2 backs in there with Jacobson in the shotgun. He's going to fake that one, keep it left side, find some room, and he's going to walk that one right into the end zone. Just a really good job of letting those blocks develop in front of him, having the patience to read the play and find himself a little bit of a crease there. And there he goes. Jacobson again in the end zone. 52-14 your score here with 1:34 to go in the half.
Putting on a show for the home crowd here. It's starting to run away a little bit. People are getting excited. This is a nice Friday night football. Very cooperative weather.
And they're going to take a knee on that 2-point conversion.
1:34 left before half. Snowbirds 52.
So at this point, obviously St. Mary not trying to run the score up. Classy move right there to take the knee on the extra point as they get ready to kick this one off to Bellaire in just a couple of moments. Hey, I want to keep it right here, though, and let you know if you're on your way up north, you know, from Gaylord heading up 75 to maybe check out some early fall colors, make sure you stop off and get refreshed and refueled at Schultz Marathon Party Store. It is the marquee destination for all Snowbird travelers heading north. For road trips this fall, they've got a wide selection of snacks and refreshments, delicious pizza and quality service. A proud sponsor and alum of Snowbird football, and we're happy to have them here with us on Next Level Broadcasting. That's Schultz Marathon Gas Station and Party Store. 52-14 your score here as St. Mary gets ready to tee this one up and kick this one off. Should be the last series we see up to halftime. And, of course, we've got a halftime show for you lined up and ready to go. We'll bring that to you in just a little bit. It's the Professional Seamless Gutters halftime show coming up, Tyler.
Oh, I've done some driveways. Them guys do good work. It's hard work, too.
And he's going to boot that one down. Take a roll down inside the 20, picked up and carried. That looks like Aldrich there on that one. And
almost to the 30-yard line.
Nice coverage by St. Mary to limit that return.
Making the play for the Snowbirds.
Looked like Peyton Lazelle on the tackle, freshman.
So 1st and 10 now from the 27-yard line. Eagles with an opportunity. Try and make a statement before the half.
Yeah, that's what they need to do. Absolutely, they got to get this going. And
all right, so here we go. Playing coming in from the side. We've seen Brady Aldrich, the sophomore, rolling with the quarterback duties here. We've got Shoemaker in the backfield. Aldrich under center. And again, 1:29 to go here, so an opportunity for Bellaire to try and get something done, and it's going to be handoff to Shoemaker rather, and he's not able to get anywhere. Tackle for a loss.
Shoemaker on the carry.
Probably lost about a yard on that one, so it's going to bring up 2nd and long.
Like a fumble on the play, and Lucas Grenier.
Okay, so didn't catch that one, but a fumble on the play. It looks like Lucas Grenier picked it up. So a turnover on the fumble. Lucas Grenier falls on it, and it's going to be St. Mary football again now. Really frustrating play if you're the Bellaire Eagles.
Eagle just outside the 25.
And it looks like St. Mary just kind of ready to end this half. So they'll take a knee and let that clock wind down. And again, no rush. I mean, with a sizable lead here, 38-point lead, there's no point in running this one up, and they're just going to let this clock kind of wind down. Jacobson will take one more knee, and we will be on our way to halftime here at St. Mary Family Field.
Snowbirds will take another knee.
So Jacobson again takes the knee, and one more ought to do the trick. As the play clock and the game clock get it synced up and get our way on to halftime. Plenty of action to talk about at the next level as far as weekend sports.
The first half,
Plenty to talk about. Big games for Michigan and Michigan State this weekend, and Central Michigan as well. Eastern and Western all in action this weekend. So we'll bring you all of that, set it up for a Monday night showdown as well in Baltimore for the Lions. All that coming up when we bring you that Seamless Gutters halftime show. That's coming up next on Next Level Broadcasting.
J Construction, Gaylord Seal Coating, Robert T. Westerman, Attorney at Law, Professional Seamless Gutters, Schultz's Marathon Party Store, Mama Leone's, Raffy's Hibachi and Sushi Bar, The Powerhouse Gym, Gaylord Eye Care Center, Traverse City TVC Cherry Capital Airport, and Sky Media 45. We hope you are enjoying tonight's game.
We all know northern Michigan winters take a toll on our parking lots and driveways, but Gaylord Seal Coating has you covered. A proud sponsor of local high school athletics, Gaylord Seal Coating specializes in infrared seamless asphalt repair, hot pour crack filling, striping, and more. Need a new snowplow solution this winter? GSC can do that too. Commercial, residential, private roadways, and associations, Gaylord Seal Coating is your answer. Give them a call today at 989-732-5003.
Hi, I'm Orion, but you might know me for my business, Professional Seamless Gutters, where we specialize in, you guessed it, everything gutters. New installations, replacements, cleaning, leaf guards, rain chains, and much more. But unlike other service providers, when you call Professional Seamless Gutters, you get me, Orion, not some bum intern or call center recording. So when you're contemplating any services regarding your gutters on your home or pole barn, think Professional Seamless Gutters.
Vision Source and Gaylord Eye Care are proud to be offering their services to local communities across northern Michigan. With locations in Gaylord, Point City, Bellaire, and Sheboygan, they're committed to serving you and providing a trusted source of credentials and expertise. If you're struggling with anything vision related, then don't hesitate to schedule a consultation and meet their friendly and experienced staff for yourself.
Hi, it's Kevin Klein from TVC Airport. We're proud to help keep you connected to high school sports in northern Michigan, so you can stay in the game all season long with TVC, your northern Michigan connection.
Are you interested in building a new home or renovating an existing one? With over 100 years of combined experience, J&J Construction is one of the most reliable and respected general contractors in our service area. J&J is a trusted construction partner valued by architects, subcontractors, financiers, and most of all, their clients. J&J Construction has been completing quality homes and improvement projects that add value to the communities they serve. They bring a passion for innovation and a commitment to quality to every job they do. Call them today.
Welcome back to Gaylord St. Mary Family Field. Your Snowbirds are up on this one, 52-14. It's been a back and forth game, at least for the first half of the first quarter. And a lot of emotions as Bellaire has seen a couple of key players injured in this game. The coaches not happy, but we can see head coach Kevin McConnell out there talking with his counterpart, head coach Jeff Hebden from Bellaire, as they get things sorted out. And again, the safety of the players is upmost in everybody's mind. So we do want to talk a little bit about some of the first half highlights. Of course, a couple of big plays, Tyler, from the quarterback, the starting quarterback for Bellaire, Summers, just doing a terrific job on special teams.
Yeah, I mean, back-to-back special team plays really accelerated this team 100%, get some energy and momentum. And we'll see if he comes back after halftime. I know he was pretty shaken up when he hit the field.
And again, too, it's good to point out, you know, tonight the Snowbirds without starting quarterback Nathan O'Connell, Chummy out, just dressed but available if possible. And again, going to keep him limited with, you know, just an overabundance of caution on a leg issue. And Logan Grenier, we've seen him make his presence known, and they've kind of been limiting some of his plays as well. And Charlie Cameron back after a week of taking it easy on the sideline. He's got a club on that left hand and making his presence known out there. Anybody else stand out for you, Tyler, as far as the first half for the Snowbirds?
For the Snowbirds, I would say Charlie Cameron's back, and that's a big deal. I mean, his presence, whether he's making plays or not, is just causing the Eagles havoc. It's just harder to play football with a guy like him around.
Absolutely right. And, you know, you got to give credit to Joe Jacobson doing a great job in there. He threw the one pick, but came right back, and he's looked really sharp with his not only managing the offense and the run game. He's had himself a couple of really good runs, including a touchdown, pass for a touchdown. So Jacobson, again, having himself a nice game. And I expect we'll probably see Eli Switalski, the other sophomore, the quarterback 2B, if you will. Last week had some snaps in the game against Forest area. I expect they'll probably get him. He's dressed and on the sideline. Expect we'll probably see him tonight as well. Anybody else? I mean, if we're talking about second half adjustments, if you're Bellaire, what are you seeing as far as any kind of possibilities or potential for him, Tyler?
You got to get Shoemaker some double blocks or some hard holes so that he can pick up some steam, because right now he's your weapon. He's the guy that's going to be able to do something. Right now it's only 2 to 5 yards on a good day, but sometimes he'll break away for about 15 to 20. And when he does that, it's not a fluke. It's because everything is going for him. And that's the adjustments I'd be looking to make. And I did see the head coach talking to Coach O'Connell here, the Snowbirds, here in the halftime. So we're going to see what kind of things transpire. We're going to see if the gas is let off a little bit or if it's pressed on and the let up don't stop.
Yeah, I would probably expect, you know, knowing Coach O'Connell, that they're definitely not out to humiliate anyone tonight, and you know, it's just not in the DNA of this team. So yeah, we'll expect some constraint there. Hey, we're going to go ahead and step aside, and when we come back and break down all that next level action, we've got some big games in college football, and of course, big Monday night football matchup as well with the Detroit Lions heading to Baltimore. We'll get you set up for all that and set you up for the second half. All that coming up, part of the Gaylord Seal Coating. Check that, part of the Professional Seamless Gutters halftime show. We'll bring you all that next on Next Level Broadcasting.
Now's the time to fly from your northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
Are you interested in building a new home or renovating an existing one? With over 100 years of combined experience, J&J Construction is one of the most reliable and respected general contractors in our service area. J&J is a trusted construction partner valued by architects, subcontractors, financiers, and most of all, their clients. J&J Construction has been completing quality homes and improvement projects that add value to the communities they serve. They bring a passion for innovation and a commitment to quality to every job they do. Call them today.
Welcome back to St. Mary Family Field. It's the Professional Seamless Gutters halftime show. Your home gutters, they're always there when you need them to be. So is our friend Orion Beningo. And that's why he started Professional Seamless Gutters. They offer fast and experienced service and real-time quotes. But wait, there's more. They're actually there to answer your phone calls. That's right. Professional Seamless Gutters at 989-619-3407, and tell them Next Level Broadcasting sent you. Happy to have them on as our halftime sponsor, and happy to have you along. I'm Tom Clemenson along with Tyler Blum, and we've got Mr. Zach Kennedy running the show here in the studio from Gaylord St. Mary Family Field. Halftime and homecoming. What a great opportunity for some football and some community here, and happy to host our Bellaire Eagles from just down the way. Want to also get you set up for some action-packed sports this weekend all across the region, starting with a little bit of a litmus test for a couple of our big schools on the gridiron. Number 21 Michigan is on the road in Lincoln against an undefeated Nebraska Cornhusker team. That's right, the Children of the Corn edged Cincinnati by a field goal in week 1 before mauling Akron and Houston Christian. Now the Wolverines, they were stifled on the road against Oklahoma in their only loss of the season before burying the Chippewas. And Tyler, which version of Michigan do you think shows up tomorrow? And I know you're not following college football all that closely, but I mean, you've got to hear the hype about Underwood and just a lot of this this angst about is Dylan Raiola the real deal for Nebraska? I mean, on the road in Lincoln, got to be a bit of an edge there for Nebraska, or do you think the Wolverines run away with it?
The Wolverines are going to tear it up.
There you go. You heard it first by Tyler Blum. Excellent. All right, now on the other side of the slate, the Michigan State Spartans, they're opening up their Big Ten schedule on the West Coast against the number 25 USC team. Now the Spartans, they've seen improved play on the offensive side. Childs has just really stepped up this season. You can tell he's a little more comfortable with that offense, but the defense has been a big concern for the Spartans, especially against this Trojan squad that's managed to find their offense again this year. Michigan State, a 15.5-point dog on the road, a game you're probably going to want to DVR. And here's one that just annoys a lot of us about college football. This kickoff is at 11 p.m. on Fox. 11 p.m. You heard that right. 11 p.m. kickoff on this West Coast game. What ridiculousness. You can catch the action on the Michigan Wolverines game. That's going to be an afternoon game. CBS at 3:30. In other action, Central Michigan hosting Wagner tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Michigan hosting Louisiana. And the Broncos, Western Michigan hosting Toledo. At the professional level, we've got the Tigers 3-7 in their last 10 games, trying to break that current 3-game losing streak at home against the surging Braves. And Charlie Morton started on the hill for the Tigers tonight. That game underway, and not going well for Detroit. They're looking to drop 4 in a row here. Bottom of the 8th with 2 outs. They trail the Braves 8-1. That's right. They've got a 3-game set here with the Braves this weekend. They're going to follow that up with 2 road sets. They've got 3 games in Cleveland, 3 in Boston. Now the Lions, they're on the road for a Monday night special, a matchup against the Ravens. Both teams looking for win number 2. The Lions defense got to find a way to corral Lamar Jackson, something they haven't done ever And of course, with that subpar defense, you've got a serious injury concern now on the defensive end, opposite Aiden Hutchinson, with Davidson injured again. Not sure what the injury report's going to be. We'll have that probably tomorrow, definitively, but it wasn't promising as he was held out of practice again today. So Baltimore, 5.5-point home favorites, and depending on whether or not they've got their edge rusher there opposite Aiden Hutchinson, and Branch as well, also a questionable for this weekend coming up. And I should note that the Red Wings going to open up their preseason schedule. They've got the Chicago Blackhawks at Little Caesars Arena at face-off at 7:30 on Tuesday. And that's going to do it for our Professional Seamless Gutters halftime show. We've got the second half coming up next on Next Level Broadcasting.
Today's game is presented by J&J Construction, Gaylord Seal Coating, Robert T. Westerman, Attorney at Law, Professional Seamless Gutters, Schultz's Marathon Party Store, Mama Leone's, Raffy's Hibachi and Sushi Bar, The Powerhouse Gym, Gaylord Eye Care Center, Traverse City TVC Cherry Capital Airport, and Sky Media 45. We hope you are enjoying tonight's game.
Welcome back for the second half of tonight's matchup, Gaylord St. Mary versus Bellaire. The Eagles started off strong, had a 2-point lead. It was 14-12 earlier, and a safety later, and things just started rolling for the St. Mary Snowbirds. 48 unanswered points in the half, and that's where we get our 52-14 score as we wind down this bit of an extended halftime here. We'll just also note, see that Coach Kevin O'Connell is on the sideline. He's been in the booth for the most part this season, but we see him down on the sideline tonight, and that's probably just to kind of help just keep everything kind of cool and smooth and rolling here on this homecoming night. And again, a lot of intensity tonight, Tyler, with both teams. High emotions. It's a homecoming game, and of course Bellaire not going to roll over for anybody. Definitely not a favorite coming into this game, but certainly not going to roll over for St. Mary or anybody for that matter.
No, and they're probably all playing with some pretty high intensity right now. I mean, I'm looking at the bench, and there is a lot of players that are friends and teammates nonetheless that are sitting down, that were not sitting down to come into the game. So if you're an Eagle, you're playing a little bit more than the scoreboard right now. You're trying to get, your heart in the game, and you're trying to get some due diligence going for your comrades out there.
That's right. So, and again, you like to see, people are going to get motivated and step up for their teammates. You love to see that. And, we just, again, player safety is probably the most important thing in any of our high school games. And definitely just a note, too, is with a good move, good sportsmanship move at the end. St. Mary opting not to go for two. They took the knee and then, of course, ran out the clock in the half with the ball in pretty good field position. Again, not wanting to kind of pile on. It's just not the way they run the program here, and it's something that makes you kind of proud to bring you their football game. So we're going to get things wound down here as the teams are on the sidelines. The officials are back, and we've got folks ready to go here as we get things underway for the second half. And again, we've got, Coach Kevin O'Connell down there on the sideline, getting his team ready to go here as St. Mary should receive the ball since they won the coin toss and deferred. Expect we'll see a lot of the players, a lot of the underclassmen, and some of the guys that haven't seen a lot of time going to get an opportunity to go in there and make some plays for the team, which is always fun to call some names you don't normally get to in the course of a season, Tyler.
Yep. We want to see how them underclassmen and second and third stringers perform for the second game now, and especially in this second half. There's no reason to hammer down on the gas pedal like you said, Tom. And that is a show of sportsmanship, and that is a great thing to have up here in northern Michigan.
So as we expected, we'll see a heavy dose of Eli Switalski tonight here in the second half, as he did last week against Forest Area. Eli, a heck of a second baseman. You know, we talked about Royce and his baseball acumen. Switalski is just an amazing second baseman and just a sophomore too. I'll tell you what, as good as this football team is going to be in the years to come, I really feel good about the St. Mary baseball team as well, looking at some of these athletes.
Yeah, baseball, all the sports. It's just the program here is pretty good, and it's very exciting to get behind.
78 kids in this high school, and they just excel in all the things that they do, academically and on the field. So Shoemaker going to kick this one off for Bellaire as we get ready to get this second half underway. And he's going to give it a good boot. Bounces down to about the 20, picked up and carried forward. Looks like Dureski over there on that side as he gets across the 30 and to about the 31-yard line, where St. Mary will start 1st and 10.
Yeah, it's a good way to start the half out, exercising some. We seen Dureski last week, and he does a good job with the football, and that's a decent run there.
Nice return, and yeah, doing a great job in the backfield tonight as well, just as he did last week. Good to see him get some more reps and more confidence. A senior who hadn't seen a lot of playing time. He's getting an opportunity in the last couple of weeks, and saw him a little bit in Central Lake as well. As Switalski now steps in and takes command of the offense. Sets himself up in the shotgun. 1st and 10. For the Snowbirds, going to hand that one off. Not much room to run there. It was Hayden Mensch. So we saw him also get plenty of carries in the second half last week. And here he is starting out the first drive of the second half for the Snowbirds as Switalski comes in with the play from the sideline.
Yeah, and that was a good tackle too by Landon Schroeder. This Eagles defense, it's still swinging.
And that's what you want to see. You can see Shoemaker in that linebacker position, working really hard to try and get up there and stop something before it takes off. And there's Mensch with a really nice carry as he gets that first down and a little bit more. Taken down at about the 42, 43-yard line.
Good tackle there by Brady Aldrich. He was there between that and a way bigger gain.
Aldrich also stepping in there as the third-string quarterback for the Eagles, doing his best on that offensive side of the ball as well. And we've seen him with a lot of intensity on defense. That seems to be where where he makes his money, is in that secondary for the Eagles.
Yeah, he does a good job there. He's got a good vision for how the play develops. He seems to be there quite a few times.
Yeah, good reads from Aldrich as well. So there he is, Mensch with another carry. No, that's going to be Switalski. Faked everybody out with the keeper. Little bit of a stumble, or he might have been home free. Bust that one down the left sideline, and finally taken down deep in Eagle territory. They're going to spot that at the 31-yard line.
Man, I was getting flashbacks from Johannesburg. Them Cardinals, they like to do them delusion plays. I'm telling you what.
I'll tell you, though, there's no team, I think, better at running some of that deception than Kingsley. Of course, Hall of Fame head coach over there, too. He's been running that same program year in, year out. Switalski does a really good job on that. Keeper sets him up, 1st and 10, 31-yard line. He's got Mensch in the backfield with him. Gets his line set. There's the snap. He's going to hand that one off to Mensch, who breaks through one tackle. Going to bounce it out to the edge. Tries to throw the stiff arm. Shakes loose. Still on his feet as he gets down to the sideline. Mensch is not going to go down without a fight. Love to see a guy get his opportunity and try and make the most of it.
That's a mixed-up ocean of blue and red jerseys.
Yes, sir.
Mensch has been carrying the ball a lot this drive. He's been marching his way right down this field.
Snowbirds have it 1st and 10 from the 20.
So Mensch able to move the chains again. 1st and 10 at the 20. And just another note, we're seeing, it looks like, gee, let me see here. Looks like we've got Charlie Cameron practicing kicks. As they carry this one up, looks like they're going to be right at that first down marker.
Left side of the line.
That was Brennan Gould on the carry.
Up near the 10-yard
Brennan on Brennan contact. Brennan Carr with the tackle
Brennan
there.
on Brennan violence, eh?
Oh, man, we got another Eagle down here.
Uh-oh. 7:43 to go here in the third quarter. And we're going to go ahead and step away for a moment and let them get this sorted out and bring you some more football here in just a couple of moments. You're watching St. Mary football on Next Level Broadcasting.
Vision Source and services across northern Michigan. With locations in Gaylord, Point City, Bellaire, and Sheboygan, they're committed to serving you and providing a trusted source of credentials and expertise. If you're struggling with anything vision related, then don't hesitate to schedule a consultation and meet their friendly and experienced staff for yourself.
Now's the time to fly from your northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
Hi, it's Kevin Klein from TVC Airport. We're proud to help keep you connected to high school sports in northern Michigan, so you can stay in the game all season long with TVC, your northern Michigan connection.
Welcome back to St. Mary Family Field. Injury timeout over, and we're getting ready to get things back underway here. St. Mary with the ball, first and goal from the 10-yard line. 52-14 lead here as we're at 7:43 now in the second half, rather in the third quarter. Switalski going to hand that one off to, looks like he's got Brennan Gould on the carry there.
Trying to get through that line.
Doesn't have a whole lot of room there. Looks like they're going to maybe give him about a yard loss, half a yard loss, second and goal.
Yeah, this is a clash of the Titans here. We've got a effective offense against a defense that is also effective. I mean, the Eagles right now, if they can prevent this touchdown, it's going to give them a boost, undoubtedly.
Switalski in the shotgun. He's going to hand that one off. No, he's going to pass it. It's a little fakery there. Switalski looked like he was going to give that one to Gould up the middle, and then he just kind of tosses that one off on a little bit of a fade route.
Oh my gosh, we have another Eagle down.
Got a flag on the play. We'll see what that one is. It looked like it was good to go as far as the play was concerned. Not sure what happened. And, of course, the player is down on the opposite side from where the scoring play was. It's going to be an illegal man downfield call against St. Mary. So that'll bring the ball back and negate the score. So we'll have second and goal. See where the spot is for that one. Just a quick update if you're following the Tigers. Not going well. Braves are up to bat, top of the ninth with 2 away and a man on first with the 8-1 lead over the Detroit Tigers. 3-game set against the red-hot Braves. A Braves team that was going into this game 70-83, but a little bit deceiving as they've been on a tear lately. That offense really humming for Atlanta. Want to point out just a couple of things. Want to say big thanks to Mama Leone's. Established in 1953, Mama Leone's been serving up world-class Italian cuisine and pizza, and I can vouch for both. Delicious food, a family-owned restaurant, and the official post-game gathering place of the St. Mary Snowbirds. Hope to see you after the game. Mama Leone's located on 2583 South Otsego Avenue in Gaylord. I also want to mention we'll do Player of the Game sponsored by Rafi's Hibachi and Sushi Bar. Easy for me to say. That, of course, coming up in the post-game show. And also want to mention to you while we're taking a brief time out here that as we get into the fall and it starts to cool off and the snow, right behind it, you want to kind of make those plans for your winter getaway. You can do that now with TVC Cherry Capital Airport. If you're dreaming of sun and sand, let TVC Cherry Capital Airport take you there, whether it's Florida beaches, the Caribbean, or if you want to hit the links in Phoenix, Arizona. Yeah, that's right. You can fly nonstop on Allegiant or with just one stop on American Delta or United. Now let's get you booked up and ready for your fall or winter vacation to 20 nonstop destinations served by all 7 airlines, including Avalo and Sun Country. Don't miss out. Seats are filling up fast. Now's the time to book your fall vacation. Visit tvcairport.com for up-to-the-minute flight details. 2nd and 15 now for the St. Mary Snowbirds. Switalski in the shotgun. He's got Gould in the backfield with him. It's going to be a handoff. Gould's got a little bit of room. Had that hole on the left side. He was going to try and work it on the right side, but not a lot of room for him here as it's going to bring up 3rd and long.
After a short game, 3rd and goal.
Yeah, this is about as good as it can get, considering on both sides of the football, you get even more look into your depth if you're O'Connell.
That's right. Yeah, it's definitely, and again, like we're talking Brendan Gould and Hayden Bird, names we don't get a chance to call a lot. Getting an opportunity as Switalski is going to take that one. Defense read the handoff. They were definitely keying in on Gould, and Switalski swings it around the left side and gets in for the score, bringing it up to 58-14. Expect that they'll probably take a knee on this extra point.
Yeah, Gould was active a lot during that drive. He did well with the football.
Yeah, Bellaire was selling out on that run play, just keyed on the wrong runner as Switalski takes the knee, and they'll wave off that 2-point conversion. And with that, we'll step aside for a moment. Coming back with the kickoff and continuing action here from St. Mary Family Field on Next Level Broadcasting.
Are you interested in building a new home or renovating an existing one? With over 100 years of combined experience, J&J Construction is one of the most reliable and respected general contractors in our service area. J&J is a trusted construction partner valued by architects, subcontractors, financiers, and most of all, their clients. J&J Construction has been completing quality homes and improvement projects that add value to the communities they serve. They bring a passion for innovation and a commitment to quality to every job they do. Call them today.
Snowbirds or the Eagles, Brady Aldrich.
All right, welcome back to St. Mary Family Field. St. Mary scores on the Switalski run. Opted to take a knee for the extra point. Your score now 58-14 here in the 3rd quarter. We've got Adam Wall kicking it off for St. Mary. Shoemaker deep back for Bellaire. And he gives it the boot. That one's probably going to roll out of bounds, gets the sideline there, and of course, that's going to be spotted. Good field position there for Bellaire. That'll be spotted at the 35.
Yeah, curious to see what is left of this offense and who's going to rise to the occasion here. we're working with reserves on both teams. So it's almost like not even watching a real football game as far as, who's consistently starting.
Right.
You're getting into the reserves of both teams. So it's kind of fun to watch, what these teams, it's almost like a brand new football game.
Fresh legs out there, for both sides. And again, Bellaire not going to roll over. You can still see that intensity, but it looks like, it's like in boxing, body punches just kind of take the energy, sap it right out of you. Aldrich is going to hand that one off to Shoemaker, and St. Mary is right there going to stack them up after about maybe 1 yard gain on the play.
There is a dog pile. A proper dog pile. There's been a few of them tonight, but that one was probably the biggest.
So Wall getting in on that tackle. Furman as well. Wall, of course, playing that nose tackle position. He's a big fella.
Number 88 for the Eagles.
And just a sophomore, too. You see him? Look, he definitely stands out in the middle of that defensive line. Just a sophomore. Unbelievable. A little bit of a jump there. It's going to be a flag and offside call on St. Mary, and that's Hayden Bird going to draw the ire of the official and his coaches with that one. And that's something that we were kind of looking for earlier in the game. To see if Bellaire was going to try a hard count and take advantage of some of those miscues by the St. Mary defense. So he'll get an earful from his teammates on that one. It's going to bring up 2nd and 4 now for Bellaire.
They're calling for some rain tomorrow in this area. It's getting a little crispy outside.
I love it.
2 weeks we've had a drought up here, Tom.
Well, and I guess it's important. You'd be the guy I would call if I had any questions about that. Weather is right there in your industry, an important part of it, right?
Got to keep them crops fed.
It's going to be a pitch to Shoemaker on the outside, and not going to go very far. Might have lost a yard on that one. Those plays tough to do. A little bit of time to get them to develop, and there you kind of count on the defense to over pursue on the near side so you can get that pitch out there and maybe get that edge. But St. Mary, again, doing a really nice job stretching those plays out. Linebackers doing a great job playing sideline to sideline. DB's coming up and playing the run really well. And I'd say, Tyler, if there's one area of improvement going back to the Rudyard game, was getting the secondary to do a better job playing the run, and they seem to be much improved in that area. It's going to be a handoff to Shoemaker, and a little bit of miscommunication there on which way they were supposed to be lined up for that handoff. Again, going to be a tackle for maybe a loss on that one. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Loss on the play will bring up 4th.
Yeah, and if the Snowbirds defense wasn't doing what they're doing, Shoemaker's had more than a handful attempts right on the outside. I mean, just catching that corner, a little bit of space, a little bit of oxygen, and he would make large gains on those. But you're right. The Snowbirds are right there. They're doing their jobs correctly. And I would say, and this might be a little controversial, but I would say this is a game of defense tonight.
I can see where you're coming from. As Aldrich faked everybody out, pulls a Switalski out of his pocket, and there he goes around the left side. He's got one man to beat. He's going to be brought down from behind. Really nice effort and hustle by Andrew Rosser as he chased that play down. Aldrich was heading to the house, and he was run down and tackled. Touchdown saving tackle right there. You love to see that kind of effort. Rosser just got it lit up, and he's another senior. You don't hear us call his number a lot. Only a couple of seniors on this team, and Rosser getting in there and a chance to play and saved a touchdown there with his hustle.
Yeah, I don't know how he didn't pull his hamstring when he got tackled. I mean, his leg bent in ways that I could never even do.
Yoga. Got to do that yoga. That's Shoemaker up the middle. And a flag on the play.
Give to Shoemaker up the middle.
Yoga? I'm lactose intolerant. I don't eat yogurt.
Flag on the play.
Yeah, shout out to Yoga with Chris, my better half. Offering free classes out there in the community. We love it. Keeps old people like me flexible. That's going to be a face masking call against St. Mary. Looks like it's just the 5-yard variety.
I should probably stop making fun of yoga because I need to be able to at least bend over and touch my toes.
Yeah, it's not just flexibility. It's not. It's there's a lot of strength in there too.
Oh yeah, I have done it in college a couple of times. Could you believe it? They cost credits, so I took it. And you're right.
There
you
you
get
go.
strong.
Yeah. Aldrich now going to take it, going to keep it. It was a quarterback option, though. It wasn't really much of a play for him there as Wall gets in there and disrupts things. And, of course, the rest of his gang come in there and tackle for a loss. Aldrich just no room to go here as we approach the 1-minute mark here in the third quarter. It's going to be second and about 5 yards now for the Eagles. You got to give credit, too, to Aldrich, you know, being rushed in there for third-string duties there at quarterback. Tough to get on the same, you know, get that playbook kind of downloaded in your head quickly. And he's done a pretty remarkable job. Couple of little miscues you can see, but otherwise he's definitely been playing hard and making the most of the opportunities that he gets.
Yep, I agree. I'm impressed.
Aldrich again going to hand that one to Shoemaker, and he's going to try that right side. Not very much there.
Right side, Trent Johnson.
Johnson on the tackle there.
The stop for the Snowbirds will bring up third down.
Should get us just about to the end of the third quarter here as we're about 10 seconds away.
They're not giving up. They're marching down the field. Aldrich is leading a good battalion. Uh-oh.
And there we go. That's the end of the third quarter with your score. St. Mary 58, Eagles 14. We're going to step aside, pay some bills, and back with the final fourth quarter coming up on Next Level Broadcasting. Welcome back to St. Mary Family Field, where we're getting ready to close this one out. The fourth quarter is here. Your Snowbirds up 58-14 on a game that started out very tight going into about halfway through the first quarter. In fact, Bellaire had the lead at one point, and quick strike offense and some really good defense. As you mentioned, Tyler, was the defense probably not going to get as much credit when people look at the score, as Aldrich runs this one around the end and gets into the end zone for a Bellaire Eagles touchdown. No flags down. So that's going to give them some points, and that's, you know, that's what you want to see. You want to see that effort paid off. I mean, with the amount of time left, not really a threat to flip the table on this as far as the win-loss is concerned, but you love to see their effort and pride rewarded.
I don't know. Look at how the first part of the game started, Tom. 2 back-to-back special team kickoff returns. Someone spilled a whole box of Whoppers here on the bleachers, so.
Watch your step.
Yeah, I mean, this game could run right away.
Aldrich under center, going to try it on the sneak. Kind of read that one all the way, and they're going to give the 2-point conversion. So they get the 8 points on this one. Your Bellaire Eagles answering back. And tightening up that score now, 58-22 with St. Mary on the lead. Hey, just want to mention if maybe, you know, the flexibility, the yoga thing isn't quite enough for you, you want to try something else, try Powerhouse Gym, because throughout the course of a game, well, St. Mary student athletes, they're tested mentally, physically, and even spiritually, and those are values you're going to find at Powerhouse Gym. Proud to support by helping make tonight's live stream broadcast possible. Very, very proud to have Powerhouse Gym as our sponsor. Thank you so much for that. And of course, make sure you book your fall and winter vacations right away. Those seats are filling up fast if you want to get that book done. And well, all you got to do is check out TVC Cherry Capital Airport, tvcairport.com. They'll get you up to the minute flight details. Get your trip booked for the Caribbean or, I don't know, maybe Pebble Beach. The Lynx are calling you out there on the West Coast. The sky's the limit, literally. Check them out, tvcairport.com for your winter and fall vacation specials. 58-22, here we go. Shoemaker going to kick this one off, and I mean, given the clock, I think you're probably going to see an onside kick here, Tyler.
It looks like a set of bowling pins down there.
Yeah, it looks like they're scheming something there at the huddle there. Well, we'll see. We'll see.
A huddle for a kickoff. This is intense.
Yeah. These guys are, I mean, they're not going to roll over. We said that at the beginning, Bellaire. Well coached. These kids have a lot of pride, and they are definitely going to fight to the whistle. And here we go, Shoemaker. Going to go up and boot this one. And he kicks it deep. Caught everybody by surprise as that one's going to roll and be picked up. Coming up the sideline there.
Michael Morrell takes.
Caught him. Yeah.
Up the right side.
That's one of our, normally a guy we'd see on the JV squad. Morrell picks that one up. So getting some game time here on the varsity level. Love to see it.
Snowbirds have it first and 10 from their own 39.
So Switalski going to start it out on his 39-yard line here. We'll see what the coordinators dial up for the offense. And we're seeing some more of the JV guys out there getting some playing time. Apologize if we don't have the numbers for all of those young men, but definitely appreciate them being in here in the game. And that's going to be Jacobson handing that one off. Up the middle.
Rosser on the carry, short gain.
Rosser gets maybe a yard on that one.
Brennan Carr
gets it down to the 40-yard line.
Oh, yeah. Brennan Carr with another tackle. He's active on the defense tonight.
Been talking about him a little bit tonight, eh?
Oh, yeah. Yep, he's been using them shoulder pads.
So it's Jacobson back in the game. Going to hand that one off, get some room up the middle. Looked like he dropped the ball. That was loose. Rosser lost the handle on that one. But it looked like St. Mary was able to fall on it. Looked like.
Second and third and 2.
So they'll get it where the ball went out. So. All right, so that's going to bring up 3rd and 2 now. .9:49 to go here in the ball game. Up the middle is Wasser.
Rosser up near.
Works it up there and should have been enough for the first down.
And it is a first down for the Snowbirds.
They'll move the chains on that one. And you know the coaches are going to be talking to him about ball position and where he's holding that thing. Point up, get it up high, get it into your shoulder.
Yup, you got to protect that egg. You got to be like a mother hen. You got to shove it up the wing.
That's right. That's right. So 1st and 10 now from the 49-yard line. Rosser going to get it again. There he goes. Up the sideline. He's going to find some room to run, and he's gone. We got a flag down behind the play.
Inside the 20-yard line for Snowbirds first down.
Nice job by Rosser.
Aldrich.
We'll see if this one comes back. Yeah, the official's going to bring this one back. Flag on the play. I'm not sure. It looked like it might have been a holding call given where the flag went down. Definitely against the offense. And it was an offensive holding. So that'll negate a really nice run by Rosser on that one.
Holding.
That is a trend in this game. Really good plays getting called back by penalty flags.
Frustrating. Frustrating.
But it's in this game specifically, I mean, I guess you'll have that too, because I mean they're also kneeling the ball, so.
So 1st and 20 now. Up the middle, and not a lot of room as Bellaire is right there.
Pushed back by Schroeder and
So it's punch, counter punch out here. And at this point, all of the starters, for the most part, are out of the
no
game
gain on that play. 2nd and
for the Snowbirds. So some of these guys getting some really nice reps here at the varsity level. You know, and they practice with the varsity all year. So they're accustomed to this program and the schemes and plays. Not a big surprise for any of them.
Jacobson pulls it, gets around the left side for some nice
Jacobson there found some room. He needed to get in on the action.
Chamberlain
That was a good run by Jacobson.
make the tackle for the Eagles.
If you're St. Mary, you got to feel pretty good about your quarterback situation. You've got really, after O'Connell, you've got two really good options. In particular, Jacobson just throws a really nice ball. Switalski with his athleticism just super fast. And both sophomores. You've got 3 sophomores that could start on any one of these Ski Valley teams pretty much.
Yeah, that's right. Another small gain there. And it just goes to show, you know, you got, I can't tell if the Snowbirds are just this much better than their league that they're in, or if there's just been some mediocre situations that's happened on the football teams with their opponents. Like, for example, a couple of games ago, you know, their starting quarterback wasn't playing. So that's obviously going to throw a wrench in things. But, I mean, from what I've seen so far from St. Mary's Snowbirds, this is a dominant team on every level. First string, second string, third string, doesn't matter.
Yeah, we'll continue that thought in a moment as Rosser takes that one up the middle, breaks through a tackle, gets it down. Not going to be enough. But he's able to get about 6 yards on the carry. He'll turn it over on downs, and Bellaire going to get another shot with 6 minutes to go here in the ball game. And just to kind of pick up on what you were saying there, it's you know, it's a situation where St. Mary has really been a tough load for a lot of teams. You go back to Central Lakes' first inaugural season in 8-player football, and they won it all that year. And but since then, it's been, as Inland Lakes came down, it's been Inland Lakes and St. Mary just kind of duking it out for supremacy at the top of the Ski Valley. In the last couple of years, it's gone Indian River's way. St. Mary has they fell a little bit short, but honestly, in talking with folks close to the program and around the community, they feel really good about this team. You've got some stellar athletes, most of them sophomores. This is going to be a good team for a long time.
Ooh, number 30 with a stretch out there, trying to gain an extra yard or two. That was a great effort.
Peyton Lozelle there, yes, on the carry. Nice play for him from scrimmage. He's able to get about 4. And so the other interesting wrinkle too, Tyler, I'm not sure how much you're following this, but we're going to see a combining of Ski Valley with some of the Eastern UP teams in a super conference, so to speak, which is really going to change the dynamic here. And it's going to be another carry and a first down run, almost. How about a yard short?
Making a nice stop for the
That's Lozelle now.
Lozelle up near first.
Man, oh man, where has Lozelle been all game?
1 yard short.
not to say for him, but just the plays need to be called for the players that are able to execute them. And so far, I think the name's been Lizelle this quarter, but also we've had Tyler as well.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, I think, you're looking at, like you said earlier, of two very different teams out there at the moment.
Ooh.
And we're going to get an offside there, the jump. Immediately, hands to the head. Well, it's good. It's a good opportunity for the coaches to get something on tape. He'll hear about it on Monday. All right, so 5 yards, and that's going to be enough for the first down as Bellaire continues to move the ball forward, move the chains with 4:01 to go here, and trailing by 36. Going to fake that handoff, cuts it inside. That's Aldrich, and he's going to get a few yards there.
Turns around the right side.
Man, I'm really impressed with this Eagles team. I don't know if the injuries hadn't gone the way that it did tonight. I don't know. I mean, this is such a close game.
Yeah, I think losing your starting quarterback was probably a big gut punch for Bellaire. Aldrich under center again, 2nd and 6. He's going to pitch that one out, looking for a little run. Jump step there as he cuts it back to the middle. Lizelle with another nice carry. It's going to be 3rd and about 5. I'll check that. They're going to give him some more progress there. Should be about 3rd and a long 3 on that one. Under 3 minutes to go here in the ball game, and Bellaire continuing to move the ball forward, now trying to get the chains moved. Lizelle set up in the backfield. Aldrich under center. Option play coming up. He's going to go ahead and take the edge. He's got it. He's around it. And he's still in bounds, and it looks like another Bellaire touchdown as Aldrich uses his speed to get the edge and down the sideline for the score. And Bellaire now 28-58 here, with about 2:32 to go. Of course, they'll go for the 2-point conversion and try and tighten it up even more if they can.
That was beautiful. I mean, he was just elusive, hugged the sideline, knew where to run, stayed in bounds. Hallelujah.
Great hustle by the quarterback. Aldrich, just a sophomore himself. We'll see him again. So 2-point attempt underway. He's going to keep it up the middle. Looks like he's in there. And the 2-point conversion's good. So with 2:32 to go here, 58-30 is your score. We're going to keep it right here. Just want to mention a couple things to you. Of course, we love all of our sponsors, and especially Rafi's Hibachi and Sushi Bar. We'll talk more about them in a little bit, sponsoring our player of the game. So that's one we're happy to bring to you upcoming with the post-game show sponsored by Rafi's Hibachi. And, of course, our pregame show brought to you by one of our favorite sponsors, J&J Construction. If you don't know where to go or where to start with building or remodeling, let them help you. They're going to do it right from the beginning and walk you every step through the process, all the way into your dream home. Trusted by everyone and respected by all. That's J&J Construction, a proud supporter of Gaylord St. Mary Athletics. And we got a final score from Comerica Park. Big shocker here. The Braves held on, and they closed that one out with the Tigers 10-1.
That's brutal.
It's 4 in a row now. 4 in a row for the Tigers. Got to staunch the bleeding. Probably looking at losing that bye series, and that's going to put them in the mix with the wild card most likely. Seattle, not a team you want to have to play in the wild card. They've been playing some good ball. And they're going to boot that one away, and down inside the sideline, going to be picked up and brought up. A little bit of a carry there. Holy smokes. He's slung out of bounds. Nice carry, nice return, and good coverage, too, by Bellaire to get down there quickly and limit the damage.
Yeah, that was a great tackle by number 21 on the Eagles.
Max gets it across the 25-yard line.
Oh,
The 27, where the Snowbirds will have it first.
that thing happened again, Tom.
Yeah, it looks like this one's a cramp, though. You can kind of tell how they've got the leg. Taking a look at the leg. It looks like it might be. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, we also want to mention just a couple of our other sponsors, too. If you're looking to get those prescription glasses tuned up so you can make sure you catch every single play of the game, then you want to get down to Gaylord Eye Center. That's right. If the refs miss a call, you know where to send them, right? They've done a good job tonight, but you never know. And they've got free consultations at the Gaylord Eye Center. 4 locations: Gaylord, Boyne City, Sheboygan, Bellaire. Get back in the game with the Gaylord Eye Care Center, a local vision source provider. Also, Gaylord Eye Care Center can get you back to the top of your game this fall. Get scheduled for an appointment today. All right, so we're going to get the teams back out there. 2:23 to go here in the ball game. St. Mary with a 28-point lead here on homecoming night. Got to see the Huddy special right off the rip. Hudson Cat with the opening kickoff kind of set the tone for the game, and he was excited, a lot of excitement with the fans in the stands and players out there on the field. Lots of guys getting an opportunity to play tonight.
Yeah, that's always a fun thing.
So 1st and 10, St. Mary with the victory formation here, and
Snowbirds
going to wind that clock down here.
Take a knee.
Good job by Bellaire to get the touchdown in there. Aldrich doing a great job coming in as the 3rd-string quarterback, showing his hustle and toughness. Shoemaker, again, with Bellaire, just a tough night for him. But, he matched it with his intensity, running the ball. Hats off to those Bellaire Eagles. And a great job by our St. Mary Snowbirds tonight. Definitely Summers made an impact on that special teams for St. Mary. They're going to have to take a look at some film on Monday. I'm sure they're going to look at that. Much better job with regards to the offsides issues they've been having. Cleaned up the penalties in that regard. And another great opportunity to get some kids in there, your 2nd and 3rds, get them some good game reps in there tonight. Big game by Cal Royce. Doing it in all three facets of the game. Some key tackles, big offensive plays from that tailback position. And, man, he's got a leg on him, Tyler.
Yeah, I think Cal Royce is probably the player that set this team apart as far as just playing with the 2nd and 3rd string.
And you got to feel great, too, if you're St. Mary with, Logan Greenier. You're trying to kind of limit some of his carries. He's working on that shoulder a little bit. With Nathan O'Connell, too, limited, and didn't see him enter the game at all tonight. And so Royce really stepping in there and making his presence known. And again, I go back to this. These are sophomores, man. This program is, they're having a great season this season, but this is something that they're going to try and run it back at least 2 more times. They're going to be a dominant team in the Ski Valley.
Oh, they've got to be. They absolutely have to be. To be dominant when you're a sophomore, a couple of them, few of them, like you said, it's just impressive, It takes discipline. It takes a program that's deeper than just the 4 years in high school to pull something like that off.
So, not sure what the call is here, but we've got one more play, so they'll call it a turnover on downs as St. Mary was working to run the clock out. 6 seconds left to go here. And the Eagles, I expect, will probably take a knee here on this play, and that will be that for tonight. Hats off to the Bellaire Eagles. They had a tough road to hoe, and showed us a lot of intensity and a lot of effort all the way through, played through the whistles, and hats off to them and a great effort tonight. Your final score, though, Gaylord St. Mary pulls away with the win, 58-30 tonight. We're going to bring you the Rafi's Hibachi halftime show. Some final thoughts, all that coming up next on Next Level Broadcasting.
On our parking lots and driveways, but Gaylord Seal Coating has you covered. A proud sponsor of local high school athletics, Gaylord Seal Coating specializes in infrared seamless asphalt repair, hot pour crack filling, striping, and more. Need a new snowplow solution this winter? GSC can do that too. Commercial, residential, private roadways, and associations, Gaylord Seal Coating is your answer. Give them a call today at 989-732-5003.
Welcome back to the Rafi's Hibachi and Sushi Bar post-game show. If you're looking to celebrate that big win or maybe a special event, then make plans at Rafi's and make that your destination. Something on the menu for everybody. Rafi's, a proud sponsor of our Player of the Game tonight. And tonight's Player of the Game going to receive a gift certificate from Rafi's, and I don't think there's going to be any disagreement here. If so, we can rock, paper, scissors, but I'm thinking Cal Royce is my Gaylord St. Mary Player of the Game.
Yeah, I don't think that you could pick anybody else. He was there right in the sandwich meat of the game, making the ends meet, getting that bread, catching the ball, running it down that sideline like he's done it 1,000 times before. And it just wasn't fair. It was just heavy-handed. It was lopsided.
And we saw some great individual, moves from him, but also got to give credit to that offensive line, those tight ends doing a really good job, and even the upbacks doing a really nice job getting in there and making space for him to get that first hole. And then once you give him a sliver of daylight, he's gone. Royce just making his presence felt. Some key tackles, some big tackles. Absolutely love what we saw from Cal Royce. He's our Rafi's Hibachi and Sushi Bar Player of the Game. Well, we've got lots of football still to come this season. We're into Onaway on the road next week. Going to take on the Cardinals over there in Presque Isle County. Excited about that. That'll be our first big road trip, and we'll follow that up with Pellston the following week. Of course, we've already been on the road once to Central Lake, but we've got 2 in a row, and then we'll be back home. We've got Holton, Breckenridge, and we're going to finish the season up with Inland Lakes here at Gaylord St. Mary Family Field. So your final score, all in the books, and the St. Mary Snowbirds remain undefeated at 4-0. And for Tyler Blom, Zach Kennedy, good grief. I'm Tom Clemenson, and I'm happy to have you along with us tonight. We'll see you next weekend when the St. Mary Snowbirds take on the Onaway Cardinals. Tune it in, nextlevelbroadcasting.net for all the play-by-play, and catch it on demand. Have a great night. Be safe.